welcome in. So hopefully you all got to check out the unboxing video for today before today's video. But as always, I am Strange Tangents, and I am joined by my lovely wife, Red Panda, aka Mrs. Strange. So we are going to we have an unboxing video. If you haven't checked it out already, all right, we're going to be doing Hunted Killers, Agatha Christie's The Mystery of Hunter's Lodge. So down in the description down below, if you haven't seen the unboxing video, it'll be down in the description. Click that link. Check out the unboxing video, see what we're going to be dealing with. Next up, what we're going to be doing is solving the case. So that's what we're going to get into today. So who in chat is ready? Like I want to know who is ready to solve this case. Like who's ready to help out and solve an Agatha Christie murder? I mean, I know I am. I don't think I don't think Red Panda's ready at all. So I think we need to postpone, guys. I'm sorry. I don't think Red Panda's ready. It's all Red Panda's fault.
I agree.
Right? All right. Enough chatting. Let's get down to business, right? Okay. All right. Absolutely. All right. So, well, let's see where we want to start. So, we've got this right here. Let's get all this back open. First off, if you have not joined us in the Discord.
Oh, super important. Yes.
Join the Discord, all right? And welcome in everybody. Hello to everyone joining us. If you came over from YouTube, found us on YouTube and are joining in on the chat to help us solve this case, we are so happy that you're here. So happy to help us out. So welcome in everyone. Let's see where we want to start.
So first off, for us and how we love to do these, we like to do these with our chat live. So
correct.
We only scan this stuff in. We don't read it. We don't look at it. All of this we're figuring out 100% with you guys. So it's as big of a mystery to us as it is to you, which is what makes it so fun and interactive. So
absolutely. So yeah, that's always kind of the fun part. And also, as you saw in the unboxing video, there is a drawer on this box that we have not been able to get into. So there are possibly some more documents that we have not been able to scan. But yeah. So in the Discord, I've tried something new with the Discord. So just to try to help us out with some things of using the threads. So when you scroll down to and find the Hunter Killer channel, then inside that Hunter Killer channel is going to be the actual where it'll say start of the hack Agatha Christie's stuff. And then you're going to see down below that it will show that there's a thread with some attachments and messages, right? So if you click that, that'll have all of the documents that we've been able to obtain so far that we've been able to scan in. All right. So that's there for you all so that, sometimes some of the stuff on screen may be a little bit difficult to read, or maybe we skipped past something. You want to double check it. You're like, oh man, I think they missed something. That happens. Then you can be able to check out that document as well on your own time and be able to help us get further into it. All right. So let's see where to. I guess we'll start with the manual first to figure out what we even need to do. I am going to lower this just a little bit, I think. So we're going to get this camera a little bit closer. I forgot to do one thing. There we go. Whoop.
catching the flask.
Right? Very important. All right, so we're going to take that. We're going to set the box.
So
I think.
just leave that in the box.
Yeah, we'll just leave it in the box right there. So if you want to grab all this or move the box, set it back or over there somewhere out of the way. All right, so here's all of this. All right, and going down, zooming in, high tech right here.
Little desk here.
All right, there we go. All right, that's a lot better. Now y'all can see hopefully a little bit better as well. We'll adjust this so you can definitely make sure that you can see all of those amazing documents. Hey, there's my fingers. There you go.
No, not right now.
So you can follow her technically. You can follow her over on Twitch. She doesn't stream or anything like that, but she does have a Twitch account.
It's Red Panda 628.
There you go. So yep, Red Panda 628. Okay, so we've got the introduction. So it's saying, "Welcome to the mystery of Hunter's Lodge. Contained within this box is everything that you'll need to solve the murder of Harrington Pace." So Harrington Pace, so that's that name we were seeing on the banner. So there you go. There's the name that was on the banner, Pace. It says, so that's who died, was Harrington Pace, with Hercule Poirot temporarily bedridden with influenza. Arthur Hastings is working largely alone on this case. He'll need your help if he's going to find Harrington Pace's killer without Poirot's expert eye. As you help Hastings, you'll need to investigate suspects, put together clues, and solve puzzles in order to unravel the mystery and bring the killer to justice. All right. So we already went through the inventory during the unboxing video, so again, make sure you check that out, okay?
Really quickly, someone was wanting to follow me again. It's Red Panda 628.
Yep. Here, we'll just do this real quick here as well. There you go. All right. So that's the Mrs. channel. All right.
I'm more of a sidekick, though. So maybe someday. We'll see.
Right? You could hold your own. All right. So, who wants to know what the objective is besides solving a murder? I know I do. Let's see what we've got. So, the objective of the mystery of Hunter's Lodge is to figure out who murdered Harrington Pace. Duh. But in order to do that, you'll first need to review all the documents, which includes the locked content. Discovering the code to open the lock will allow you to review everything. You can work alone or as part of a team of detectives. We need your help.
Best team.
Awesome. Best team ever. All right? Right? Red Panda is the best.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so to solve the case, you will need to discover which suspect had the means, the motive, and the opportunity to kill Pace. If a suspect did not have either the means, motive, or opportunity to commit the crime, then they can be eliminated. Only one of the 6 potential suspects will have all 3, and discovering which suspect has all 3 will allow you to correctly identify them as the culprit. To accomplish this, you'll need to carefully read each of the documents in the box, examine the items included as evidence, and crack codes hiding key information. All right. So, when you get these boxes, like I said, it comes with this little manual, right? So, what this does is goes through, your different objectives and setting up and getting started. So, setting up, right, normally you would check to make sure, like we did in the unboxing video, we went through and made sure that everything that we could access is there. Everything on the inventory list matched up with what was in the box. Right? I agree, Rick. All right.
Oh, just stop it. You're just too sweet.
All right, so before we begin, you may want to decide or dedicate a large space to your investigation to find a writing implement and a place to take notes. You'll be interacting with a great many documents, so find a place that feels comfortable for you and carefully peruse everything at your own pace. All right, so that's what we've got here. We've got this whole area set up, so you can't really see on the camera too much, but right down here in front of us is an entire table. That's what you're seeing under this camera right here.
Okay, I just had to do the most obviously nosy thing and just try to work with that, didn't you?
I did, like 15 times.
I had to just wiggle it to make sure it wasn't already unlocked.
Right?
Sorry. Could help myself.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, that's like those videos you see of, like, the people that are, like, climbing over a fence, and then the other person just goes over and opens the gate. you know.
Or the dog staring at its bone through the fence. And
Right,
like,
yeah,
there's,
that
like,
video
it's
too, yeah.
2 feet down in the open gate, completely not locked.
Right, absolutely. All right, so getting started. So be sure to read the letters from Arthur Hastings and Hercule Poirot first. All right, so we'll need to read this letter first. Okay, this is from Arthur Hastings, and then the next letter is from Poirot. Yep. So Hastings will outline the basics of the case for you, and Poirot will give you some more direct tips and even a tutorial on how to handle some of the puzzles you'll be encountering. From there, the rest of the documents and items are yours to explore at your leisure. Take your time, read through everything, take notes, and examine the items. The killer isn't going anywhere, and you'll want to be sure that you have all the information when you make your accusation. All right. So again, this entire manual is in the Discord as well. This is what we were just looking at here on screen. So setting up, getting started. If you're feeling stuck and need some help for the next steps, don't be afraid to refer back to the letters from Hastings and Poirot. These 2 letters contain your overall objectives and hints for how to solve the case. You love the Poirot Mysteries by Agatha Christie? Nice. All right. So gameplay, right? So again, to solve this mystery, we need what 3 things? We need means, we need motive, and we need opportunity. Do you want to go over as far as what that means for the means and the means, motive, and opportunity?
So for the means, we need to know who had access to Pace's room where he died. So we need to figure out exactly what went on during the night at the Harrington Pace, or the night that Harrington Pace was killed, and who could have been in the room and have done it. Motive was why was he killed? What was the reasoning behind it?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to evaluate Pace's relationships with each suspect and try to figure out whether or not any of them harbored secrets or perhaps not so secret resentments against him. If you find that a character had no reason to harm Pace, you could probably eliminate them as a suspect. That's fair.
Okay.
An opportunity. So when was he killed? So that we can get a good timeline down so we can rule people in or out. So Pace was shot in his bed, but no one heard the gunshot. Who could have been in Pace's room at the time of his murder to kill him? Try to recreate a timeline of each suspect's movements on the night of the murder. Remember, suspects might leave out pieces of information that would make them look suspicious, even if the crime they're guilty of is not Pace's murder. Make sure to analyze every document carefully to see if they reveal anything about a suspect's true whereabouts.
Okay.
So basically, we can't take a suspect at their word. We have to corroborate evidence to prove or disprove what they're stating.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. I do agree.
All right. What do we got next?
It says puzzle guide. So as you go through the evidence, you will find several documents that contain encoded messages. When approaching the codes in this box, number 1, try to see if you can crack the codes on your own. You may be able to work out the method of some puzzles at a glance. 2, check other documents in the box to see if you can find any clues as to how to solve the puzzle. Some codes may require you to look through 2 or more documents in order to solve them. If you're stuck on a puzzle, try moving on and coming back to it later. There might be other evidence that you haven't discovered yet that may help you solve it. And last but not least, if all else fails, you can access the hints and tips page of the Mystery of Hunter's Lodge by navigating the hints and reveal section. So if we get stuck as a group, we can agree to go get a little nudge in the right direction.
Yeah.
Hunter Killer's awesome with nudges where you're not fully revealing the spoiler unless you choose to do that. There's little hints that kind of escalate.
Absolutely.
Just kind of give you a little nudge in the right direction. It's really nice because it doesn't really feel as much like cheating, or it doesn't ruin the whole surprise.
Right. And then I just realized that there's one thing that we don't have out yet.
What do we not have out yet?
Cipher wheel.
Oops, I forget that. I'm gonna get it. I think I know where it's at. Did you grab it from the bedroom?
I did not.
Yeah, I think I know where it's
So
at.
I have this little cipher wheel. I bought. So I went out to Washington D.C. for work, and so while I was out there, I managed to find this, and it's a little mini cipher wheel. So it's actually pretty cool. It's like a little metal cipher wheel.
It's like Mallory Rock.
Oh no. Right? And I love it. I love this thing. Like I was like, all right, yeah, I'm totally getting this for Mrs. Strange.
It's amazing how he has this theme of buying things and then making
Right.
them a gift for himself. I love it.
Uh-huh.
Cipher wheel.
All right. So so if you're seeing this, I know for a long while they were out of stock. So if this is something that you were interested in, I know that they're working to get these back in stock in the Hunt a Killer store. So just in case we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Since we did see what was this? Cryptology.
Yeah, cryptology guide or something like that.
Guide or
yeah.
pamphlet or something like that. So, all right.
So solution, it says, when you think you have identified the culprit, check your answer by going to the solution envelope. Be warned, once you do, there's no going back. It's not like when we do the sets together where we send an email and if we're wrong, she goes, you're
right.
close,
Try again.
Yeah.
It's
so this is a do or die. You're wrong. Oops,
yep. If we're wrong, we're wrong, chat. If we're wrong, we're wrong.
And we get a big mm-mm.
Yeah, so we got to make sure that we are absolutely certain, right?
All right, let's do this. So,
Okay.
you want to read the Hastings letter first?
Yeah, that works for me. Right? There was no email in Agatha Christie's time. Right, exactly. That makes 100% sense. All right. We've got up next, let me get this letter pulled open here for you. All right, this is the Arthur Hastings letter. There we go. So again, this is located inside of the Discord. So chat, if you are not in the Discord, there you go. There's the Discord link one more time. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, okay, I'll take a quick moment to say, don't forget, hit that like, hit the subscribe, and then scroll down to the description and click that link for the Discord, okay? Join us. We have all of our stuff about Hunt a Killer inside of that Discord. You can join us for other fun games and other fun streams as well. But definitely that Discord is where you can find out all the information of when our next Hunt a Killer streams are going to be so that you too can join us live, right? Hey, Antonella, I really appreciate that. So again, right there. The documents are all right there. Anything that we had access to all got scanned in and it's all in the Discord. So
we wanted to give you guys a chance to dig into the documents too and kind of pick
right?
your own way through it and
absolutely
right along with us.
Move my leg so I don't knock the table down. All right. So hello, detective. Sincerest apologies for writing to you on such short notice, but I am in urgent need of your help. I received a telegram in the early morning from an old acquaintance, Zoe Havering, who explained that the distinguished Harrington Pace was discovered dead in his estate yesterday morning under mysterious circumstances. All right. Usually, my mentor, the great Hercule Poirot, would address the matter quickly and successfully. Unfortunately, he is currently suffering from a bout of influenza and has only been able to offer the briefest of observances on the case. I would be remiss if I neglected to note my nervousness. I have assisted and chronicled many of Monsieur Poirot's cases, but this is my first without his keen eye. However, that also makes it a chance to prove myself. As I sift through the evidence, though I realize this case may be too complex for me to solve on my own, Monsieur Poirot recommended I find my own assistant, which is why I have turned to you. This parcel contains all the evidence I have gathered from the suspects, the crime scene, and Mr. Pace himself. This includes previously marked blueprints where I have added more annotations about the scene of the crime, what pieces I could find of a shredded check discovered near the body, and a mysterious plea for help that I discovered in, of all places, the mouth of a taxidermied wolf.
Because that's where I would look to help somebody. That sounds accurate.
Right, Rick? Dun, dun, dun. All right. There is also a strange burned paper from the kitchen fireplace I found alongside some curious downy remains and a ring belonging to Mr. Pace. Finally, I've also included a letter from Monsieur Poirot in which he has outlined his illuminating deductive techniques that may help you with this case. So that torn up check, maybe. So in our unboxing video, there was a envelope with something in it. I'm wondering if that's what was in that.
I think so.
Yeah.
That seems very suspiciously likely, because there was definitely a shadow. We could see something in there.
Yeah,
sure.
no, I agree. All right, so I suspect there are additional clues hidden behind a lock I have also included, to which I unfortunately have not been able to discover the code. Nevertheless, I'm confident any information within will prove useful. Men who meet violent ends often keep violent secrets, and I believe Mr. Pace may be hiding something relevant behind that lock. If you could find the combination, we should have a much clearer picture of the man and hopefully illuminate the identity of his killer. In analyzing evidence, I always remember what Monsieur Poirot once told me. Everything must be taken into account. If the fact will not fit the theory, let the theory go. With the evidence I've gathered and your detective skills, I am hopeful we will be able to catch the killer together and not only bring about justice, but perhaps climb up a rung on the ladder towards Monsieur Poirot himself. Forever grateful, Captain Arthur Hastings. 14 Fairway Street, London, United Kingdom. In lieu of M. Hercule Poirot, 14 Fairway Street, London. All right.
I'm excited.
And this is actually dated 17 September 1923. All right, 17 September 1923. I don't see anything hidden in the paper. Okay. So there's that for you. Okay, so this is the next up is going to be the letter from Hercule Poirot, with some good, looks like clues and ciphering techniques maybe on the back.
Something, that's for sure.
I do not know Poirot's maid. I haven't read all of the Agatha Christie books, in all honesty.
I've heard of her, but I haven't read many of them either.
Yeah.
I was more of like a Fear Street, R.L. Stein kind of gal.
Mrs. Lemon. Nice. All right. So that was the letter there. Let's open up.
Both these letters are dated for the same date, 9/17 of 23. The Poirot one and the Hastings one.
There you go. All right. So let's try to zoom or get this a little bit larger here for you all. There you go. So this is from Hercule Poirot. Addressed to Mr. Hastings. Okay. All right. I'm not even going to try to do an English accent, okay? Not going to do it. I would be horrible at it. All right. Oh, nice. You read a lot of Agatha Christie? All right. My dear Hastings, I am writing this letter in regards to the murder of Mr. Harrington Pace. Alas, I have come down with a bout of influenza and must remain in my bed for rest. While I, Hercule Poirot, the world's greatest detective, am often the one who discovers the identity of the murderer or murderers, I am unable to investigate in person. I suggest you find yourself an assistant to aid you in your investigation to discover the killer. As you have no doubt learnt by my example, always observe a room and look for any item that appears out of place. Study the official documents carefully for clues. These documents may include witness reports, military reports, and criminal records. Searching bedrooms, personal belongings, and the grounds at large can always offer clues to the murder. I know that you are acquainted with one of the family members, Roger Havering's wife, Zoe. But do not be swayed by past connections. Interview everyone in the hunting lodge and take careful notes during your time with them. You should be seeking out the means, motive, and opportunity of the killer. A suspect in possession of all three is almost certainly our culprit. Evidence you find may even be cleverly encoded in a variety of ways. I have spotted one such code in my cursory examinations. I know you are not an experienced cryptographer, but perhaps you've come across this during your time with the military. I have included for your benefit a hint on how to solve it. Most importantly, remember it is the little gray cells on which one must rely. I have faith. What is that?
My friend, mon ami.
Mon ami, my friend. Okay. That you will find all the evidence needed to reveal the true culprit of this heinous crime. Your friend, Hercule Poirot. All right. So, I don't know what it means by remember it is the little gray cells on which one must rely.
Not a clue on that one at all.
No idea, but that stuck out. Like, it was so out of it.
Because I've looked, I'm like, there's not one piece of gray on that page. The backside, there's not one piece of gray.
Okay, well, I was way off. Poirot, I wouldn't even have to worry about trying to do an English accent anyway. Poirot was from Belgium.
It sounds like he might be French from the words he's using, or at least speaking
French.
It
said that he's not English, he's from Belgium.
Gray cells equals brain cells. Thank you.
Okay.
I took that literally. I was like, what color?
I'm sitting here, like, trying to figure out where there's some gray cells on. Like, I'm thinking Excel sheet, you know? Like, cells of, some kind of gray cells on here. All right, gray cells equals brain cells. That makes sense. See, this is why we need you all, okay? This is why we need you all, chat. All right. No, this is going to be extremely helpful, Rick. Absolutely helpful. With the fact that you have so much knowledge about Agatha Christie, that is bound to be extremely helpful with us. All right, so it looks like so every Playfair, so this is something, it's like there's a message and then a keyword. It looks like every Playfair has its own unique message and keyword. To create your own, omit the extra letters in the keyword, and then fill a 5x5 grid with the rest of the alphabet, excluding J. So
omit the extra letters of the keyword.
Yeah.
So there's no P, O, so basically you type the whole alphabet out. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. You skip J because they said to skip J.
Well, no I because I's already listed.
O is missing because it's in this.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So basically.
Yeah. So they took. Yeah. So it looks like they took. So Poirot and just left out the O and just did P-O-I-R-T. Right. So because you should only write the letters once is what I'm gathering. So Poirot has 2 O's in it. That's why 1 O gets omitted.
Correct.
And
then you start from the beginning.
And then you start, and you do a 5x5 grid. Okay. So if your letters make a box, then pair them with the letter in the same row on the opposite corner of the box.
So how do we know if it makes a box?
So TF equals PL. So like if in the code up above, right, this message up, the example message, it says TF. So like then the first 2 letters would actually be PL.
Wow, this one's tricky.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the P the T goes to the P, so I'm understanding why TF and PL.
No. So that's the example, TF. The example is TF. The solve to this example is PL.
Oh, okay, because TF equals PL. Gotcha. Right. Now I follow.
Yep, so because T equals P and F equals L.
Okay.
Yep. So it looks like, so if they form a box, then pair them with a letter in the same row on the opposite corner of the box. All right. If your letters are in the same column, then move up 1. So MF is another set of example in here. So then you would take M goes up 1 and F goes up 1. So M would equal F.
M becomes F and F becomes A.
Correct.
Okay.
So like D and V, I'm guessing then would be maybe.
Wait, sorry, where are you at?
Oh, never mind. Hold on. I'm sorry, I'm looking. I was just seeing that they skipped DV, so I thought maybe we were supposed to solve that. So
Are
the
you
next one
going
is
down- are you going
RT.
down like this, or are you going over like
No.
this?
I was going here, 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 here.
Because I thought you went from here to here. Okay. You lost me.
No.
Yeah, okay. We're doing this one, not the MF one. We're doing this one, not the MF one.
No, we just got done with the MF one. But this is the same. The top two are the same. It's just a second example. To let you know that, so like, yeah, the DV, right? So D would equal A, and then V equals Y. Because, so like you see how they drew the box around it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're saying. So if the letters are like somehow they're not in the same column or in the same row, then we would draw the box, and that's the boundary.
Okay, because D and B aren't in the same row.
Right. So it eliminates all of the exterior here,
Mhm.
but then would cause it to go. So that's why you know the D equals A and V equals Y.
Okay.
Yep. So then, but yeah, so then RT. So this one here. So that bottom right on your screen chat. So that's the next one. So this one, if your letters are in the same row, then you move one to the left. So if the example or letters are R and T, then it would be I, or T would equal, or sorry, R would equal I, and T would equal R. And then that's just another example of, or the bottom, far bottom left is another example that we have another box.
And again, that's because both of them aren't in the same column or the same row.
Correct.
So we make
a box around
that.
it, and then we know what equals what. Because you're going from one side of the box to the complete opposite side of the box.
Okay. So
No matter
B
how many letters are in
B
between.
equals the C, and then I equals O. Okay.
If your letters run to the edge of a row or column, head back to the beginning. So EA would equal DE. So E and A are in the same row, but they're on opposite ends. So you wouldn't be able to draw a box, right? You also wouldn't just be able to shift to the left one, because then A wouldn't equal anything, right?
Okay.
So you take A and go all the way to the right. You head back to the beginning, basically. So A would go all the way to the end. So E equals D, because it shifts to the left one.
And the A moves all the way.
And then A goes all the way back to the other side, so A would equal E. Okay.
I follow that.
Yeah, keyword is only important as far as in creating one of these, yeah. So, but this will help us with, as well, you know, yeah, creating it, but then possibly also being able to decipher as well. Knowing that this is what is possibly being used to create the cipher, we would need this in order to decipher it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The problem is going to be is how we work it backwards without knowing the starting word.
There's some extra stuff at the bottom.
Yep. So, all right. So the answer is play fair code. If both letters in an encrypted pair are the same, replace the second letter with an X. Then decrypt the new pair and continue. Some variants use Q instead of X, but any uncommon letter as a repeated pair will do nicely. You should be able to safely omit J from the grid as a substitution for I, and if there is an odd number of letters, an X is added to the end of the message. So if we end up seeing an extra X, yeah, if we see an extra X, or like J will, I guess, always, it looks like safely omit J from the grid as a substitution for I. So if there's an I, then it'll always be J, just from the sound of it.
So if there's an I in it, we take the J out?
No, there's an I. So in our cipher, when we're looking at a cipher, that tells us that pretty much we can assume that an I will always be substituted by J. Or sorry, if there's a J in the cipher, that'll equal I. Yeah, this is my understanding from that last line. So there you go. So there's that.
We'll see.
Okay.
That's
Yo,
cool.
Hyper Harpy. Hello, welcome in. So we just got done reading through all of our objectives, trying to see what we needed to do, where we needed to, as far as what we need to start with. So, I guess we shall, see. All right, so this is from 14 September. So, what, 3 days prior to our.
Prior to
Yeah.
the letters from Hastings.
So, this
and
is the
Poirot.
news article. So, we are going to do that. All right. All right. Nice. All right. Successful businessman Harrington Pace is throwing a vast fundraising effort for the Great War Veterans Fund in Derbyshire this weekend. It is the latest in a long list of charitable contributions Pace has made to the military throughout his life, but especially during the Great War. Those contributions continue long after the war has ended. With the proceeds from this weekend's fundraiser, Pace intends to build a more modern convalescence home meant specifically for wounded soldiers in great need of rehabilitation. The Pace family has always known wealth, but it's Harrington Pace's business acumen that has continued to keep him wealthy. He credits some of that success to his unusual affinity for numerology and esoteric study of numbers that are believed to possess supernatural properties. All right, so let me get that open as well. Let's see if we can open up this letter. All right, so this is what we're looking at. If you want to read through this as well, like I said, just hop in the Discord. You could download the news article. Be a little bit easier to read than trying to read off of your screen, probably. All right. So the Pace family has always known. Wait, hold on. I already read that part. Hold on. It may sound silly to those who don't have an open mind concerning non-Western ideals, but we all have a few lucky numbers we use when placing a bet or hoping for some good fortune, Pace said. Numerology isn't that far-fetched of an idea, and I place great importance on the meanings of all numbers for good or ill. Recently, Pace returned from a triumphant world tour of China, the United States, and other countries to secure capital, meet investors, and grease the wheels of industry. This impressive expansion of business shows Pace's desire to supply employment opportunities worldwide. It is only a few years ago that Pace faced a temporary setback when one of his local factories caught fire, tragically killing a laborer and injuring several others. While the fire was devastating to Pace, he managed to bounce back and rebuilt the factory with funds he made on the stock market, ensuring that the remaining laborers could return to their much-needed jobs sooner than expected. If I can use my funds to rebuild not just my own interests, but also to support the soldiers who still need our help the most, then I can feel proud to be the kind of man who uses his money for good instead of greed, Pace added. So it looks like we got something called the Picture House as well in an article. And we got a lot of articles on the back as well here. So we got Agony Aunt, Dear Mrs. Eleanor Roswell. So this is some of those. Dear Mrs. Rothwell, I am 16 years old and madly in love with the most handsome man, but my parents disapprove. They say I am too young to be married. I'm absolutely heartbroken. He's since asked me to run away with him to London, where we can be together without the prying eyes of my parents. Should I go with him? From Martha. It says, your parents are right to be upset. You are far too young to be married. Let him go off to London without you. If he writes to you weekly for 2 years straight, confirming his feelings for you have not changed all the while, then and only then can you sincerely consider marriage with this man. All right. Sometimes these end up having like little snippets that are related. So
yeah, they usually tend to put like really fun Easter eggs in the back of these.
Yeah. All right. Detachable mustache guard for the dapper man. Drink tea while keeping your mustache pristine and clean with a detachable mustache guard. Easily placed on any size teacup. Regency Company mustache guards come in sterling silver or silver-plated engraving, also available at extra cost. This message brought to you by Regency Company, 67 Bond Street, London, England. All right.
Dapper man. Wonderful sales voice.
So yes. So Harrington Pace is who was murdered, Hyper Harpy. Yes. Yes. And A.D. Thomas, do you prefer to be called A.D. Thomas? All right.
Did you read the second one yet?
I knew who it was. I just wanted to make sure that I checked before I started using your IRL name. So yes. Okay. So it's that. Yeah.
She's okay. Using that name. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. All right. So yes. So Harrington Pace, the man who was murdered. Dun dun dun. All right.
I can't wait to see what skeletons he's got in his closet.
Right. So there are a lot of other articles on the back of this as well. So here you go.
Yeah. So there's a detachable mustache for the dapper man.
Right. And then we also have another brief break in our regularly scheduled programming for this brief message. Write with confidence on a Worthington. Our modern compact British writing mechanics or machines have light touch keys and a speedy escapement. Practical, portable, and durable, Worthington typewriters offer visible writing, a 2-color ribbon, and variable line spacing. Top of the art, I tell you. Visit our showroom for a demonstration today. The Worthington Typewriter Company, located in Leicester, England. Sales office and showroom at 150 Oxford Street, London. There you go. Oh, that's okay, right? Right. You will absolutely have to make sure you tune in when we post it up on YouTube so you can see how it gets solved, okay? All right, so there you go.
But technically, we provided you everything, at least up until the unlocked part, so you could get a pretty good amount of your own done if you want to still do the information yourself.
Lethal Nightmare, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. So this does absolutely seem like a fun one. We decided to go with the premium edition just to check it out and see what was going.
Check out our Discord channel.
So here you go.
That way you can get some of the documents we're reading.
Absolutely. Perfect.
I'm a quick study.
See, you are a quick study. See? Doesn't feel like she could stream on her own.
All
right.
Can I read this one? I think this is hilarious.
Yes, which one?
The Dear Miss Rockwell.
Oh, the next one?
The two men.
Down here? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so...
The chick is stuck between two men.
So this is... it's not quite... All right, so there you go. This is going to be this bottom left corner. This is what we're looking at.
Dear Miss Rothwell, it seems I have gotten myself into quite a bind. I have 2 eligible suitors, both quite different in demeanor, but with highly admirable qualities. One is sweet, gentle, kind, ever attentive, and always reliable. The other is dashing, witty, charming, the life of the party, always whisking me away on a new adventure. I simply cannot decide between the two. Did I mention they're brothers? I'm in desperate need of your help. Either way, you're stuck with the family. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Right. All right.
So it says, a woman who would see 2 brothers at the same time is not fit to be with either. I suggest you call off your relation with both gentlemen before you cause any more harm than you already have to them and to your reputation. Perhaps some solitude and self-reflection is what you are truly in need of.
Wow. That's crazy.
I thought it was hilarious because she's literally describing like the safe bet and the risky bet.
Right.
And they're brothers, so no matter what, they're going to know that they've been played. So like, it's just
exactly. All right. I mean, if you guys can hear this, it sounds and feels like actual newspaper.
I'm reading a miniature chunk, which is why it was a little hard for me to read.
All right. So, and then the next one is, Dear Mrs. Rothwell, I love my husband dearly, but his mother has become a problem. Agony Aunt is right? Yeah. She always criticizes my cooking. Every Sunday she comes for dinner and during the meal, like clockwork, complains that my pudding is stodgy. I simply don't know any other way to make it. I use the same recipe my mother taught me, and my husband has never been bothered. Unless he isn't being forthcoming, please help me. Am I a bad cook? Meredith. That is a tough situation. When we agree to marriage, we get much more than a husband. If I am being truthful, perhaps his mother is correct about your pudding and your husband is sparing your feelings. But don't be cross with him. Be grateful to have a husband who cares for you so. That quality is rare in men these days. I recommend finding a new recipe, or perhaps asking your mother-in-law to teach you how she makes it, or how she makes her pudding. All right.
I'm not seeing anything on the back.
Yeah.
It's gonna catch us yet, but maybe Martha, Meredith, or Liza will come into play later. Maybe.
Right. Same problems 100 years ago and today. Right. But I mean, totally. In case my mother-in-law ever watches this, I love you very much. You're amazing. And I never ever have any issues.
Thankfully, I don't
at all. All right. All right. The picture house. So this is the last article. This is on the front page. So let's zoom out here. Okay. The Picture House by Barnaby Bates. 3 new pictures light up the silver screen at yeah, I know, I am lucky, right? All right. 3 new pictures light up the silver screen at Starlight Palace Theater. If adventure is what you seek, look no further than Ahoy, Matey! The thrilling tale of thievery on the high seas. When the evil Captain Moore kidnaps the lovely Vera Lee, it is up to the dashing Edward Sizemore to rescue her. Doc Sterling is quite convincing as the pirate villain, and the sword fights are truly a sight to behold. For those fond of melodrama, Take the Cake is a simple yet powerful story. Star of stage and screen, Madeline Elders portrays a young widow visited by the ghost of her recently deceased husband, who assists her in saving their family bakery from a greedy landlord. The full scope of Miss Elder's vivacity and charm is on full display in a role that fits her to perfection. Saving the best for last, Rotten to the Core is the comedic tale of a stubborn old apple farmer played by the ever-amusing Wilton Vernon. The farmer's world is turned upside down when his long-lost brother comes to claim his inheritance. Mr. Vernon has a whimsical way of saying humorous remarks that make the audience never short of anything to laugh at while he is on screen. All right. I think that's it for these articles. I don't see
anything else.
Anything else other than this, if you...
Does anyone else find it interesting? The guy who's like the main star of this is hand-drawn versus a photo?
Maybe, yeah.
Quite interesting. Like,
yeah, that he's hand-drawn instead of a photo of him. Yeah.
With a photo that big, if he's that famous and rich, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Turn that on. Maybe that'll add a little bit more light. So, this is something else I noticed. You see that look on that dude's face? He's like, why are you taking a picture? Look at that. I noticed. I thought it was funny.
I do agree. I'm not gonna lie. I did see that too.
And again, from our paid sponsor, there is your Dapper mustache guard. Okay.
Dapper man.
All right. The Dapper man. All right.
You don't need that.
Thank you. All right. All right. So there's the news article.
So,
all right.
Let's read about what happened to Harrington Pace.
Yeah. You want to go over the initial report?
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you haven't caught on yet, the victim is Harrington Pace. We're trying to figure out how he died and who killed him. It sounds like he was 63 years old, and I write down everything, so sorry in advance. He was an entrepreneur, aka businessman, I guess. Ooh, home address, that would probably be handy. 121 Styles Avenue. Sorry. So clever.
He must have been a
Wowzers.
Dapper man if he lives on Styles Avenue.
Yes.
All right.
So apparently he had a violent, suspiciously unnatural death because he was found dead. It literally is a found dead checkbox. I find that fun.
Nice.
All right. So male, receding gray blonde hair. Happens to us all. Blue eyes, facial hair. Length approximately 187 centimeters. Weight approximately 91 kilograms. Judging by the state of rigor, the time of death is estimated to be between, is that midnight and 1:30 a.m.? Zeros be midnight?
Yep. So nothing but zeros. Yeah. So that's midnight and 1:30 a.m. Yep. So.
Okay.
Dark midnight. No.
September 16th, 1923. So basically, the letter we received from England was like less than 24 hours after this guy died, because apparently he died on September 16th, 1923.
Okay.
So he died 2 days after that newspaper article we read. So 9/16.
Type of death was violent, suspicious, and unusual, and he was just found dead.
Interesting. All right. So the victim sustained a single gunshot wound to the head, specifically the left temple, which was the killing blow. Feathers have been discovered in and around the wound. No other wounds. The weapon used appears to be a British. What would you say? .44455. What's that? Is that a British? .455. What is that?
Yeah, it's just,
is it just a British 45?
Yeah, basically a British 45 caliber.
Webley model version of the Colt. New service revolver, discovered on the ground of the lodge and confirmed to be owned by the victim. Similar feathers were discovered inside the weapon's barrel. All right, anyone else thinking silencer?
Right.
Anybody?
Well, it may have been like a pillow.
Yeah, I was thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, probably using a pillow.
So I bet they put real.
I'm telling you, that girl writing the article. Which article?
I'm betting the girl writing the article about the 2 boys.
Oh, that one?
A bird is the murder.
Bird! It was a bird! Look, you know what, Exquisite? Your track record on trying to solve on your, like, right off the bat, hypotheticals. The one about running away with an older man. Okay,
okay, yeah. So body discovered lying face up along the left side of the bed, left arm dangling towards the floor. Pieces of ripped check scattered across the bed.
Okay.
So what we're suspicious of is a check that we might have gotten somewhere.
Yeah.
That was apparently found scattered across the bed.
Okay.
No pillows were on the bed. The blankets were not disheveled, and there was no signs of a struggle. Looks on bedroom doors showed no signs of tampering. Discovered flask underneath the bed and the victim's wax seal ring in the kitchen downstairs.
So you're right, it was a wax seal.
Nice.
Yep. So it was designed to be a wax seal
It looks like
ring.
one of those that you just kind of punch it.
Again, chat, if you haven't seen the unboxing video, link will be in the description down below. But yeah, that's the ring right there that Mrs. Strange is showing.
I'm doing a horrible job modeling tonight.
That's okay. Yeah, it won't focus real close. But yeah, there you go. Right? Yeah, definite silencer pillow. Yeah.
Right.
So during the unboxing video, yeah, Mrs. Strange called it and said that this looked like it was, like a wax, to seal like an envelope, like a wax seal. So there we go. All right. So next up is we've got a bunch of witness statements. So I don't know that we're gonna. This is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I feel like maybe we should hold off on the witness statements because right now we're gonna have to refer back to them anyway.
Yeah, I
get
agree.
some more information. I feel like the witness statements are better to read, like once we have an idea of who's been doing
who we're specifically looking at.
Yeah.
Before we start. Yeah.
Because otherwise, they're going to put in our heads what they want us to think instead of what we want to think.
Yeah, exactly. So we can use the witness statements for that here after a bit to determine.
But you can still access them ahead of time if you get bored or waiting for us to keep going on. You can feel free to hit those on the Discord.
Yep. So yeah, on the Discord. So we do have that as a separate file from the crime report.
The challenge is we haven't even read these yet, so to do a skim read is tricky because we haven't even read them yet. We don't know the key details yet. Yeah. Hyper Harpy was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Quickie read.
So if anybody does want to pop in Discord, grab those witness statements. If you want to read through them, there's something that like all of a sudden you're like, oh man, and keep it in mind for later. If we hit that point, you're like, oh wait, I saw that in this witness statement.
Not gonna lie,
that helps us out a lot too.
Part of me is wondering if he was either intoxicated or somehow drug-wise incapacitated. Because if you have a pillow put over your face and you're conscious, or even remotely asleep and conscious, like, you're gonna fight back. And the fact that he did not fight back, the bed was not ruffled, like, he had to have been somehow incapacitated before the gunshot to me.
Okay.
So, I just...
so it was definitely, with the feathers being in the wound, that means the pillow was against, definitely against his face or head. And then
the one thing
I saw Antonella had posted the 91 kilograms is approximately 200 pounds, and the height was basically equivalent of over 6 feet tall.
Well, that's helpful.
So it's
he's gonna be able to put up a good fight.
He's a big dude.
A big guy. Yeah. I just in my head, like, that was the first thing. It just sounds to me like was he already dead
Yeah.
when somebody did a gunshot to the head? Like, I started to go down the mole hole, forgive me. But
Yeah.
to me, if someone held a pillow to my face, even if I was asleep, I'd wake up and at least somewhat fight back. I feel like. So,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I didn't smell or anything earlier when we were checking all the stuff out. I opened up the flask. I did kind of smell to see if it smelled like there was anything had been in it. I didn't smell anything.
I will say this. Let's go over the names of the witnesses really fast, just so we can get a list of our suspects. I'm betting these witnesses are the suspect pool. Because there was 5 or 6 of them, and they kept saying 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have a Mr. and a Mrs. Roger Havering. So a Mr. and
Mr.
a Mrs.
yeah.
Roger Havering.
Okay.
So, and they were related to the deceased. They were a niece and a nephew, or niece-in-law and a nephew. So the nephew
Okay.
and then his wife. And then we have, what would PTE be? That's not private, is it? PTE Claude Bailey.
I'm not sure on that one.
Because I don't recognize that as private. PTE.
Yeah. I don't recognize that.
PTE dot. Anyone?
So I think that might actually be private. Yeah. So you got Private Ben Davenport, because I know Bailey was also the one that has the military record.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 military people, and they were guests, not related.
Right.
Okay.
So Davenport and then Private Claude Bailey.
Okay.
And then you got, who is it, Mrs. Agnes Middleton, who's the head of household.
What does that mean? Is she a keeper of the house then? Because it doesn't say she's related to the dead guy.
No, well, this was the lodge, right? So she was the head of the household,
Head of the lodge, okay.
The lodge.
Wallace Pearson, groundskeeper.
Yep, and it was the groundskeeper.
Okay.
Yep. So
Cool. All right,
So there
I
you
feel
go.
like we should come back to these, give everyone a chance to read them as we're kind of going through everything else, because I'm sure there's going to be some dead space. So.
Yep, that works. So this was the letter, or this was the photo. Do you remember? I don't have the book next to me.
This book.
Yep. So this photo is of
Pace
and Wallace.
So which one?
So this is the photo of Pace and Wallace.
So Wallace Pearson was the groundskeeper.
Okay.
So Pace is the guy who died, and Wallace is the groundskeeper.
Yeah. So here's that photo. It's not going to be quite the best, but there you go. So that back of the photo does have some writing on it as well.
Ooh, that's some cursive writing.
Right. So let me look at. The nice part with Honey Killer is that they have an accessibility section on their site. And so, unfortunately, occasionally it will give away a couple things when they say whose handwriting it is in.
Yeah, it'll spoil
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it does make it a little bit easier if you have trouble reading some stuff within the card. So it says Hyper Harpy's got a small hunch already. Okay, so Exquisite's original hunch was that it was a bird. So Hyper Harpy, what's your hunch?
What's a bird? Sorry.
Huh?
What's a bird?
Like a bird. The bird
did it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exquisite said that he was murdered by a bird.
And
right?
honestly, from reading this list, it sounds like the whole animal kingdom would want this guy dead. I'm just saying. So I believe it. That's what we thought would be funny, though, is everyone else to go through and make their own notes on the witness people, and we could get back to that.
Nope, I'm taking that as your official first official guess. Okay, Exquisite. All right. So shipped trophies arriving soon. That's what it says. So South Wall will be for Europe. That'll include the wild boar, black forest something.
It's a chamois? I'm not sure.
And the white stag. Okay. And then on the north wall, it will be from North America. So that'll be the gray wolf, the owl, the mountain lion, and then over the fireplace, perfect spot for my favorites.
Hey, trophy room. Trophy room. We have a trophy room, y'all. Trophy room.
Oh, hey, there you go.
AKA dead animal carcass room, which is so sad.
Yeah. All right. West wall is going to be for Africa, which is room for future additions, and that's rhinoceros and leopard. So it seems like there was some trouble in paradise with the deceased and his wife, but the wife is refusing to comment. And the comments she made about affairs of husband and wife should stay between husband and wife again point you towards that article about an older man reaching out to run away with a younger woman. Nice.
Not too bad. Not
Right?
too bad at all.
That is very possible.
I mean, honestly, in any whodunit ever, it was always the spouse, wasn't it? So, like,
I mean,
that's obviously
no, it was
a fair
always the butler.
suspect. Says you.
All right. So East Wall is going to then contain Asia, stuff from Asia. So the Oryx,
I
ORYX,
can't read. Is that an R or an N?
ORYX, Oryx.
It was an onyx. Okay.
Yep.
This handwriting is really tiny, guys. Sorry.
Oh, you're not looking at her though. You're looking at business partners and her allies. Okay. It also included mountain sheep and black bear. Okay, so that's kind of
time to do a job if he hunted this many animals.
right. So is there a? There is not. So I don't know. Well, so it said. Wait, which one has the fireplace? This is going to tell us directions.
That's why I was
So
looking at this when
north
you were
wall is going to have the fireplace.
So this is the
this is
wall.
north.
Yep.
Yeah. So the way it's laid out
Hold on.
on the map, it does say north. So it's laid out as that this direction is north. Here, let me say it real quick.
You're not going to write on this.
All right. So
I'm a purist. Don't like people.
yeah,
writing
people who don't take
documents.
kindly to her being upset. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so you know, it could have been something where, or even as so much as so that maybe somebody that she hired. Who knows? All right.
Already seeing. He was shot just above the kitchen servant quarters area,
Mm-hmm.
but no one heard a thing. Who's Ben?
We don't have a witness
Mr.
statement. I don't think
Witness.
from Ben. No,
He's
we
the
did.
private. He's the private guy.
Yeah, Davenport. Okay.
Yeah. Is Claude the other one?
Yes.
And then Wallace is the gardener.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
That's Wallace's cabin.
cool.
Pistol was found. So this looks like the outside. That's this. So it was found on the outside of the building.
Okay.
On the first floor. So there is a door there nearby there behind the fireplace.
Oh, so this is the.
That's the
house.
actual. Yeah, it's the house. So it was found behind.
So pistol was found up in this
Yeah.
area.
Let me pull that map open. All right, so this is what we were just talking about was this map. So let me do this real
How did
quick.
he get that many trophies shipped at the same time? Oh wait, never mind. Didn't they just say he went on a world tour?
Yeah, he just went on a world tour, so this is all
He
stuff
went on a
coming back.
world hunting trip.
Yeah.
Forget a world tour.
All right, let me open this up real quick. Interact. There we go. Okay, so this is what we were talking about. So this is north. Okay, so that direction is north, and then we were talking about that this over here on this side. This is the just general quick sketch of the whole house. So the pistol would have been found. The pistol would have been found, it looks like, maybe outside this door here and somewhere by where I just drew this arrow, which then that's the path that leads out to Wallace's cabin. So it was found near that path, like it says right here, where that path is at.
That immediately sounds like
that-
someone's framing Wallace.
Yeah, out to Wallace's cabin. So that's where we're at with that.
That's cool. All right. So we've got a guy who likes trophies and hunting. Interesting.
How do I get rid of that? There we go. So we at least know which direction is north in case we need to know if it says something was found, on a certain side of the house or certain end. But correct. So it looks like where Pace was found was in the master bedroom. And then that was directly above the kitchen. So, it looks like in the kitchen it said, you saw that, Matt? Or it said ring and burnt paper were found in the kitchen. Okay, I can read it better on this one. Yeah.
Sorry, it was so big I didn't want to spill Gatorade on it.
Yeah, you're fine. So, and then Agnes, is that what that says in the servants' quarters?
I think so. Yeah, she's the head of the household.
That's right. And then I don't know what this other one is. It's over here to the left, where it says here. I don't know what that is.
Well, let me read back through the original statement.
It's right there. Yeah, it just says here.
Yeah, well, because the guy said he found stuff everywhere. So let's see here really quick. Not Poirot, it's the other guy. So, marked blueprints where I've added more annotations about the scene of the crime, what pieces I could find of a shredded check near the body, mysterious plea for help in the wolf mouth. The taxidermy wolf mouth.
Oh, so that must be what he's talking about. They found it in there.
The strange paper was in a kitchen fireplace, and some curious downy remains and a ring belonging to Mr. Pace.
Found it in the wolf mouth, right? So that would have been north wall. So that would have been found on the in the mouth of the wolf that was on the north wall.
So why is here circled in the middle of the room then?
I don't know. Where's the south end?
I don't see anything else that he mentions.
Okay. Yeah, so Hyper Harpy, what else did you find from the statements? What other information were you able to pull? So then we also have a letter as well. So it's just labeled as an unsigned letter.
And I really like your theory of that being tear droplets. Oh, look at the symbol. Look at the symbol.
Oh, look at that.
It's another beach ball. Sorry, I got really excited.
Yeah. So,
that one, but not that one.
Right, yeah. Where's that burnt paper? It's down here somewhere.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there you go.
When we were doing the reveal video, we kept seeing this and thinking beach ball.
So.
That's awesome. Actually, I'm noticing some symbols.
So apparently the wife of the deceased likes to change her accent at random.
That's a skill.
Yeah. All right, so we've got my dearest. I've been afraid to speak with you in person for fear Captain Hastings will believe you are... What does that say?
Involved?
Involved. I am in secret place or something. I fear they will take me away from you for my hand in what happened. I must confess to you, I am not completely innocent in last night's matters. With Mr. Pace falling ill during dinner, I fear the captain will suspect I added something to his contributing to his death. You must believe me when I tell you I never meant any mortal harm. Just discomfort. Zoe knows the truth. I told the captain nothing of the sickness you and I witnessed, nor of my taking the two soiled pillows. I can't explain the disappearance of the third. It was there when I left him, but gone when I returned. I'm afraid in all the confusion of last night, I even lost my map of the secret spot. Somewhere in the lodge, and I fear it is in the captain's possession. I see the way he looks at me. I know I am a suspect, and yet I can tell he respects you.
Could this have been what he meant? He found the map here?
No. That was found in the kitchen.
Does it say where he found it? No, he said the ring and the burnt paper found there.
The burnt paper.
Yeah. I mean, so this thing right here wasn't found anywhere.
No.
He found that.
This is what she was talking about.
This wasn't lost in
because this has the marking of where the secret thing is. So, and yet I can tell he respects you, or that he trusts you. You are the only one who can help me. After my Royce's accident, I did not think it was possible to something another man. But then there was you. You looked out for me, secretly training me in the ways of a lady and in the ways of a lady of the house. You even marked this secret way for us to be together. And after all that, I harmed your dear friend, doing it using something you taught me. I hope you can forgive me, my darling, and that you will find it in your heart to help me. Yours forever, I believe you. And then...
So that same symbol is right there.
Yep. All right, absolutely.
So obviously, we're going to have to figure out this one later. So yours forever.
Good luck, Ashley.
So, hold on. This is different handwriting, right? Thank you.
Oh, okay. So it's not about... it says the statements that she made, or that Hyper made about wife was actually... It's not the wife. Misread it. It's the niece-in-law.
Okay, so it's the wife of the one guy that's in there, not the guy who died. It's the wife of the witness, one of the witnesses. The niece-in-law and the nephew were
Yeah. So the niece-in-law is what I think Hyper was talking about, where that instead of the wife of the deceased likes to change her accent at random, it's the niece-in-law that likes to change the accent.
So, did you see this? That's someone responding back. That's different handwriting. Yours forever. That's tiny, very feminine handwriting. I believe you.
Antonella, yeah, that's a really good catch.
What?
Antonella, that's what I didn't understand. So that's what you just made it much more clear what it was.
Oh, I didn't even read that for Antonella.
So I think recipient wrote, "I believe you."
Apparently, we're 100% on the same wavelength. All of a sudden, I'm like,
look, y'all are just too smart for me.
Capitalized letters to me definitely signify like someone's hiding their writing.
All right, so
I think
so we've got a bunch of these symbols again. So that's going to take some figuring out what those symbols mean. So I mean, I have a feeling. I mean, my assumption is that this one right here that looks like a little hamburger is either food or drink.
I was thinking food or drink for that one too.
And then obviously added some kind of drugs or poison or something.
Which would sure go with the whole he didn't fight back theory.
Yeah. All right. I'm wondering if this symbol would mean trouble.
So this
like I am in trouble, I fear.
I think this thing, like, it's got to be some kind of a poison or something.
That's what I'm thinking. That makes me think poison because it looks similar to like a poison symbol. The next one possibly food. But the top one, the top right one, I'm thinking maybe is trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And then we said the little beach ball symbol is going to be secret place.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think this is. Ooh. Yeah, like I agree. Antonella, this maybe one is love.
Oh yeah, seriously, same wavelength, loving it.
Right. So yeah.
All right, should we keep moving and see what else we dive into? There's so much paperwork. This is it's like homework.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna open this blind up just a little bit more here to get a little bit more light in as the day goes on. It's starting to get to the evening hours.
Right.
Okay, so this is the criminal report. Is that what we're looking at next?
Yeah, I think so. So we're just going in order, right?
Yeah. So this is for Roger Havering. So I'm trying to remember which one Havering was. Which one was Havering?
The Mr. and
the nephew.
Mrs. The Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah, that's the nephew. So Roger Havering and Mrs.
is the one that changes her accent randomly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the niece-in-law. So
they would have had something to gain from it. I mean, they were related.
So this is the nephew. So the nephew has a criminal record. So looks like there's no aliases. He's 39, male, cannot confirm current employment. 175.2 centimeters tall. Weight is 11 stone. I'm guessing because it was inside the prison, they didn't have an accurate weight, so they just had stones that they weighted against.
It's a British term.
Oh.
11 stone. It's not pounds. It's something different. But
Oh,
you
okay.
equate it to pounds. So it's a British term. I just don't remember the equivalent of how much a pound versus a stone is.
So the note must be from the niece, maybe. All right. So average build, hazel eyes, brown hair, no birthmarks, tattoos, or scars. His offense or sentences he's had in 1901, in October 1901, he had the offense of fraud. There was check forgery. He was uncooperative, claims the check belongs to his uncle who will gladly pay his debts. Constable Edward Williams. Charges were dropped. Havering agreed to turn over remaining unused checks. Fines were paid by Havering's uncle, Harrington Pace. So, where's that envelope? So here's the envelope that we had. We don't know. I think maybe Greyhound. But
I would go with like a llama or like a
stone is like 16. Okay, so one stone is about 16 to 20 pounds. So 11. If we say 10 stones, that would be 200, approximately 200 pounds. So if we went off of the 20 pounds. So 11 would
watching
be
British documentaries
220. Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of ER stuff. Yeah, it does. Like a mentor teaching someone else. Or just someone teaching like herbs and stuff.
But so would she be, if the note was from Agnes, though, who would she be talking to say, that person has been teaching her the ways of the house? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, does it mean necessarily the ways of the house physically, or just like the ways of life? Like a model or someone.
It said, you looked out for me, secretly training me in the ways of a lady of the house.
Okay, so that's like a term used for like properness, for like basically like etiquette, things of that nature.
Yeah.
How to play that role. So like if she was in more of a servant class of people or like a lower class, she would have to be taught how to be proper, kind of like the royalty, like Meghan Markle, whatever her name was, like had to learn how to be a royal. Same idea. Oh, that's sure shredded. All right, come on, please say blood spatter. Please play. There's not even a little bit of blood spatter.
All right.
That was really hopeful.
So let's see what this check, because I'm curious if this check. So it is signed by Harrington Pace.
Supposedly, I don't mind your chin.
Oh, that's fine. No, that works too. It actually looks.
I was trying to create a background to see it on.
So here's the corner.
You should see us do actual puzzles together. It's an absolute riot. Everyone's got a system for a puzzle.
Right?
No matter who you are.
So that looks like that goes there.
Yeah.
Goes there.
No, that goes
there.
Like here? Nope, here.
There you go. Okay.
Bank of Britain. Something tells me that 80,000 pounds is pretty darn large of an amount. Redemption.
Yeah.
Someone saying
so
something?
15 September of 1923. So when was his death?
He died on the 16th.
On 16th. Okay. So.
But someone could have written this on the 16th and just put the day prior, just so that it didn't look suspicious. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
That's the thing about checks, is you can always pre or post date them.
Yeah.
But 80,000 pounds is a lot of money back then.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
Obscene amount of money.
Yeah. I'm not good.
By today's
where's
standards?
Commandite? We need Commandite. All right.
Hyperherpy just said something, but is that
all right? $108,753 or U.S. dollars and that's the current value, right? Like that's the current translation. So
it would be much higher.
So depending on in 1923 what the conversion rate was, it could be much higher, or depending on.
I still don't understand the hyperherpy. Is that today's term?
Yeah, that's today's conversion.
So it's not converting.
That's not converting it what it would have been in 1923, but that's what it would equate to in today's amount. So yeah, so that is a lot of money either way.
Mhm.
Because I don't think in 23 that it would have been to where it would have been worth less than the U.S. dollar. Um,
I just feel like
or,
80,000 pounds in the 1920s.
or sorry, I guess
Titanic
technically
tickets
speaking, I
weren't
would
even
say more.
remotely
So like
close
that
to
it would,
that.
yeah. So I don't think like in 23 the 80,000 pounds would equal like $40 or something, right?
No.
So
I'm thinking like it had to have been a few hundred, like, or at least 100,000 or more,
yeah,
just because of the times. I mean, you were talking like 5 cents for certain things, a penny for that newspaper. Remember?
right, yeah, no,
So
absolutely.
like that's an obscene amount of money.
Yeah, well, and so the nephew Havering was, that first offense was check fraud or was fraud, right? So dealing with checks, blank checks signed by Harrington Pace.
So the biggest thing is we're gonna have to compare that signature with an actual signature of his and see how it matches.
Very possible.
So I just like that he claims that his uncle will pay off his debts. Like his uncle bails him out a lot, which is interesting.
All right, and then in 1907, the offense was for automobile theft, stealing an automobile outside the Blue Boar pub. Havering claims that the car originally belonged to him, but he lost it in a game of cards. Constable Clarence Taylor. Charges were dropped. The car was returned to the owner. Fines paid by Havering's uncle, Harrington Pace. Looks like something I'm already noticing is that
he bails him out a lot.
His bail, yeah. So, all right. So the next one is fraud again, selling fake bonds. Havering scoffed when accused as a peddler and claimed to be a bank executive hired to consult on bonds. However, when the bank manager was questioned about Havering's employment, he claimed never to have heard of him. Constable Ralph Jenkins. Charges were dropped. Fees paid by Havering's uncle, Harrington Pace. In 1921, he has illegal gambling as an offense. Arrested during bust of illegal Chuck-a-Luck event. Havering suggestively claimed that his lucky numbers were 1012 if I wanted to use them for myself. Constable Charles Rigby. Charges and fines. On the flask from when we did our unboxing, that was what we noticed was 1012 written, or it was on the flask.
I just remembered we saw numbers. I just couldn't remember what they
So
were.
that means this flask would have belonged to then the nephew.
Yeah, and it was found underneath.
It was found under the bed. Dun dun dun. Right.
That's suspicious.
Okay.
So did someone steal said flask?
All right.
Did someone steal said flask from said nephew to frame him?
Right.
Oh, I love playing devil's advocate. Sorry, keep going.
Exactly. All right. So we have a flask that at this point, if his lucky numbers, if Havering's lucky numbers are 1012 and that matches the flask, then I would say it's a safe bet to say that that is Havering's flask. The locked drawer is 4 numbers. Do you want to?
No, it's 3 digits.
Oh, is it 3 digits or is it 4?
It's 3.
It's 3 digits. Never mind. We're not going to try 1012. February 15th of 1922, right?
So I think we're under the understanding that the HP on the box means that's owned by Pace. So it's a number that matches Pace's rule because that's information of his
very
that
possible.
He's locked away. Yeah.
So 1922, Havering was then arrested again on the offense of assault, fighting at a London pub, the Blue Boar. Havering, smelling of brandy, refused to give details other than to declare he was a proper gentleman defending the virtue of a goddess. Constable John Davies. Havering suffered mild injuries. Next of kin, Mr. Harrington Pace, was contacted but would only collect Havering after a night in the clink. Mr. Pace appeared the next morning to collect Havering and pay his fines.
He should have stopped paying his fines a long time ago. This kid is nothing but trouble.
A few months later, 1922, as well, so just in July of 1922 instead of February, offense was public drunkenness. I was not drunk in public. I was drunk in a bar. They kicked me into public. Ron White, everybody. All right. Into public. All right. So, arrested outside of the Westminster Abbey. Havering drunkenly explained that he wanted to pray inside the Abbey so he could ask God to make his debts disappear. Constable James Fry. Fines paid by Havering's uncle, Harrington Pace. All right.
So one thing I am noticing though is there is a gap of a few years between each of these, but nothing since July of 1922, and he died in 1923, I believe.
Pace died in 23. Yeah.
So it's a big
So
another year where he kept his nose clean, or at least didn't get caught.
well, I mean, there were some big
That's
gaps.
good,
You know,
though.
like 1901
Yeah.
to
There's
1907,
lots of gaps. Of 4 or 5
1907 to
years.
1915.
I said that.
Yeah,
I did
then
say
19
that,
yeah.
but he wasn't like, because the February to the next one was quick.
Oh yeah, the
You know what I
February
mean?
of 22
So he
to
kept
July
his
of
nose clean
22.
a bit just to let it wear away before he kept going.
Yeah.
Interesting though. Trouble. Nothing but trouble.
I agree.
That's what happens when you bail people out too much. They have to learn from mistakes or they keep repeating them.
Yep. All right. So this is Claude Bailey.
Claude. That's one of the privates, right?
Yes, it was a guest in the house.
Yeah.
So Claude Bailey served in the military. He served 4 years of service in the United Kingdom Army. Let's see. Trying to see if there's anything that kind of really stands out. At the time of let's see, medical inspection reports as the time of enlistment was the parent age is 24 years 9 months. Employment is apprentice at Smith and
Motor?
Smith's Motor Garage. Single. Let's see.
When fully expanded.
185.42 centimeters and 12.5 stone. Chest measurements 92 and range of expansion 7.62. Vision is excellent. Physical development excellent. All right. And he was determined to be fit for the army. All right.
That was a 4 years agreement of service. It looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the signature of the recruit, 1914. All right. So it looks like current rank, military history sheet, current rank private. So 1915 looks like.
Oh yeah, he was private. Oh no, that would make sense because he's not the guy who owns the show.
All right, so 4-year engagement was from 14 to 18, and then re-enlisted from 18 to 24 for an additional 6-year engagement. 1915 got promoted to rank Lance Corporal. That looks like after a battle of Rue de Vert. Let me pull this up too, because I keep forgetting to pull up the documents. Rue d'Auvert. Okay. But you know what? Whatever.
Wait, when did he get promoted to go corporal?
All right, so here's this. So yeah, so July 5th of 1915, he got promoted to Lance Corporal. In August, he had insubordination, but it doesn't say what. And then it does say.
What does it say? You got it crossed out. The real deal.
It's somewhat there.
Here,
Verbal altercation with commanding officer. It actually works better if you look at so the way they did this channel, like Hunted Killer goes all out. Like they actually like marked it over the top of it already being written or printed on.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's got like the paper's actually got the indentation of the previous words.
So something direct order of.
Wait, which
so
one are you reading?
Non-compliance is direct order of something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Actually,
So in 1916 was promoted and ranked to corporal. Later in 1916, non-compliance, disobeyed direct order of commanding officer. Followed by 14 days later, insubordination, verbal altercation with commanding officer.
And
then
he didn't like his commanding officer very much.
January 1917, Physical altercation with commanding officer. 1917, official reduction in rank to private. 1918, officially declared unfit for combat, reassigned to clerical office. 1920, reassigned to cryptography office. In 1923, he had special assignment, act as local attaché to Private Benjamin Davenport, United States Armed Forces, on special cryptography assignment. So in 1916, also took part in Battle of Saint. There was a third one as well that was blacked out, but Battle of maybe Granville, July of 1918, and then was wounded in 1918 as well.
Say a date?
Bullet wound to, July 17th, which matches, I think, the date of that campaign. Because it's weird, though, that campaign actually says July 17th rather than having just a year.
It's because they're probably saying that's when he got wounded.
Bullet wound to right arm, blade wound to left abdomen, bullet wound to left abdomen, blade wound to left upper thigh. So, yeah, someone doesn't listen to authority well.
Maybe he just didn't get along with his commanding officer.
Apparently.
I'm just laughing, like, from all that, I mean, he got his rank busted in the first 4 years, so he still came back and did another 6 years.
Right.
After he got his rank busted, which is interesting to me.
All right,
you
so
get that kind of assignment, you don't stay in.
Let's see. So, in what countries have you served during this war? And for what this is the statement as to disability. So this was date of discharge, 12 August 1918. Cause of discharge, wounded in battle.
Okay.
So, which I find weird because 1918 was when he
got out anyway.
Was when he re-enlisted.
Oh wait, you're right. Yeah.
So when was this? 12 of August. So it was January of 18 when he re-enlisted. Okay. So
okay, so he probably didn't serve till 24.
Yeah. So July 17th then would have been when he was wounded. August is when he's now doing the statement as to disability. So spent some time in England and Germany, but I was primarily stationed in France with Unit 993. I served mostly as a private with brief stints as corporal and lance corporal. If you are suffering from any disease, wound, or injury, state what it is, the date upon which it started, and what, in your opinion, was the cause of it. So it says, I was wounded in the Battle of Granville. The official order was to ambush a group of Alleymen in the area. We thought we were the ones who had the upper hand. We set up, started the crossfire, but none of our damned bullets would leave the barrels.
Sounds like sabotage.
This happens when there isn't enough gunpowder. My opinion, there was a regimental foul-up, and someone needs to take responsibility for those bullets. All right. Did you suffer from the disease or injury mentioned in question 2, or anything like it before joining the Army? If so, give details and dates. No, however, I'm confident my COs would beg to differ. Where I come from, respect is earned. It's not given blindly, without question. I have no respect for some old codgers enjoying their views from the sidelines while we're the ones out there fighting this war. The real kicker is now these quack doctors are trying to tell me I have shell shock. A load of bollocks. Name and address of your last employer before the Army was apprentice at Smith's Motor Garage, located at Glasbury Road, London. 156 Glasbury Road. Opinion of the examining medical officer. Private Bailey was evacuated and brought to triage where he was deemed transferable. Once under my care, I debrided all wounded areas, irrigated with 3 liters of Dakin solution, managed to successfully remove the bullets from the right arm and left abdomen, and stitched all lacerated areas. With proper treatment and supervision, Private Bailey should fully heal from his various injuries. Mental state. Private Bailey is able to maintain a calm level of composure for the majority of our interview. However, steering the conversation in the direction of the Battle of Granville sets him into a fury. All right, so that affects everything from his what does it say? Special patterns to his postures. In such a state, Private Bailey becomes easily irritable. I can't read those two words.
Let me see. These two?
Yeah, the last two on underneath the black line there. I'm going to turn on another light.
Emotionally disturbed. The E
Is that what
is
it says?
missing. Yeah,
Okay.
it says emotionally, but there's an E. It's just missing.
Okay.
Like you can see it, but it's very faded. So easily irritable, emotionally disturbed.
Okay. And appears to lack the moral something expected of a soldier of the crown. It is my professional belief Private Bailey suffers from something trauma, making him unfit for combat. Recommend reassignment to probably the clerical work for the remainder of his engagement. So, all right. So he's doing cryptology, right? So much blacked out writing. I know. So here's the rest of that.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's moral something. It's F-I...
Yeah, moral...
Fiber. F-I-B-R-E.
Moral fiber. Okay.
Moral something.
Yeah. So much blacked out, right? So all of that is everything that I was trying to read. Looks like maybe... Oh, cool. Your camera actually picked up a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah, when we scanned.
That's awesome.
Look at that. You can somewhat see in the image.
That's pretty cool.
That you can somewhat see the typing and writing. Okay.
I'm getting like a
So,
T-H-E-M-A.
there you
I
go.
don't see the
There
first part.
is-
Suffers from what?
Private. Huh?
Suffers from what?
Something trauma. So that last word's gonna be trauma. I can't read this one right
So
there
you
though.
don't think it's T-H-E...
Nope,
I
that one
don't
didn't
think
pick
that's
up.
the word trauma. Yeah, clerical work.
Well, that last letter's an A.
Yeah, I see T-H-E-N-I-A.
T-H what?
E-N-I-A.
E-N-I-A? Thenia?
Yes.
What is Thenia?
I don't know. There's words before that. I just can't figure it out.
Oh,
It looks like a medical term, though.
maybe.
I would swear it's I-M-U something something T-H-E-N-I-A.
Okay.
But I can't search it and read it at the same time.
Right.
Anyway, you can search for it while I read it.
Let me look actually real quick. Okay. I'm gonna see if the translation says anything.
Go the easy route.
Okay, I don't see.
There's not a redacted.
No. It doesn't even have all that extra stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, I was
service
gonna write down
record,
what I've got and
handwriting
Google it.
transcript. Yeah. So yeah, so it's not in there.
You're fine. I'll let you know when I find out. You can keep going.
Okay.
Sorry. Abnormal physical weakness or lack of energy. Asthenia, the word I was spelling without the other stuff, is abnormal physical weakness or lack of energy.
Oh, okay.
But there's something
That
above
might
that.
be it then.
Well, no, there's more to it. I can't
Oh.
read the front part, though. That's the problem. Can you? On the one
No, I
scanned
tried.
in?
I tried. It doesn't show up.
So I guarantee you it's THENIA.
Okay.
I think it's IMU. No, it's RU.
We might have to come back to it.
Okay.
Yep. So, unfortunately.
No, you're good. So he officially got discharged, it looks like, in 1918. So that's a few years before the guy that matters died.
What did you think it was?
I had asthenia, something asthenia.
NEUR, maybe? Yeah, NEUR, I think.
A condition.
Yeah, cryptography sheet might help too.
Physical and mental exhaustion usually accompanied symptoms such as headaches and irritability.
Okay.
Unknown cause associated with emotional distress. Yeah, neurasthenia.
Okay.
That's it.
There we go. All right. So yes, we had this cryptography sheet. So Pace has his. These might be useful. Maybe some ambiguity in translations would help hide meaning. Word or language, gun, big, machine gun, camp, encampment. So that's all that stuff. So Pace has his Tenampo. So let me see if we can grab this cryptography thing. Okay. So let me rotate this real quick. Oh, is it really not going to let me rotate?
Oh no, really?
Oh, there we go. Rotate view. There we go. All right, so that's the entire pamphlet there. Let's look at. There's a message. It looks like. So, Pace has his Tenampo. So Tenampo, gun. Tenampo. Anupesia. So let's find Anupesia on this.
Oh, I don't see it. You?
Yeah.
You found it? Where?
I haven't. No, I haven't found it. I was saying, yeah, I agree. I haven't.
It could be
Oh yeah. No,
words.
weapon sights.
Where's that?
Tenampo Anupesia. Right here at the top.
Oh, it's all one word. Okay.
Yeah. So Tenampo Anupesia would mean weapon sights. So
weapon sights.
Pace has his weapon sights set on your family's home. I have to find out for sure. He's a. What does that say?
POA.
Beast or vermin. Okay. What are you trying to say or speak that we should stop, or that we should stop him? How? Be.
Sorry, you're going a little fast. What are you trying to what?
What are you trying to say?
Okay.
The answer back to that, I think, is so. I think this is two different people writing back and forth. That we should stop him. How? Be ready to build or make.
It's hit by.
No,
It's
attack.
fight.
Sorry, attack or fight. I can cover for you. Okay.
The Pace has his weapon sights set on your family's home. So that's obviously not Pace then, because they were talking about Pace. So,
Right.
So this is person A. Pace has his weapon sights set on your family's home. I have to find out for sure. It's hard because I can't tell the difference between these two handwriting styles, though. Can you? They look the same to me.
I mean, I feel like because of the way they're answering back and forth, right? Because one's saying...
All right, I just don't know if I have to find out for sure, and he's a beast villain are the same person, is what I'm asking. I can't tell if this is
I don't know
person
on that
or
one.
not.
That might be... I think that's the second person.
Okay,
No, it's
so
not. Never mind. No, it's not. That's the same person. So it goes...
So
the first person...
I have to find out for sure he's a beast
Like, yeah, so I think
same person.
I think this and this are the same person.
You do?
Yeah, this first line and this line are the same person. Okay. And then the person answers back saying, "What are you trying to say?"
Okay.
So then the original person answers back saying that we should stop him.
And
the other person answers back saying how.
Okay.
And then the original person saying how to do that.
Okay.
So I think that's what that is.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, found some more markings.
Well, that makes sense. Kind of like a nature guide or something. Yeah, I can see that. Now, those I don't have a copy of because there was too much of it. I couldn't.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch more of these markings. So whoever wrote. I think this stuff here, I think, is written by the same person as this.
Because that seems like a woman when it's.
I'm pretty sure it's because all the same symbols are getting used, that sort of thing. So let me pull that up. That is that's the nature notes.
I think it's actually this person. It's all caps.
You think it's the person that's?
Look, it's all caps. Look at the handwriting.
Oh yeah,
it's all caps. It's this person.
Okay.
So it's the lover.
So maybe this is the person that they were writing to. Then yeah.
Just because that doesn't look very feminine for handwriting, that looks more masculine to me. Does anyone mention Rufus? Because there's a dog named Rufus.
Okay, so Exquisite thinks that the "I believe you" is Wallace, and that this would be written by Wallace.
So you agree with the yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. Yeah. I mean, looking.
Okay, so found on a tree trunk near the path not there
before. That
was
on 18th of February, 1923.
18th or 28th?
Maybe 28th. Yeah, 28th.
And that's the beach ball symbol.
Mm-hmm. So pick up dog food, fix fence, rascals dug their way out of the kennel again, clean guns. Huh?
Where was that tree trunk at?
Found on a tree trunk near the path. Not there before.
So we're going to assume the path is the path.
I'm going to say that's the path that's out to the cabin.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. The back, Harry leaves for his big work holiday tomorrow. Been having like a real prat. Worried he'll make the same mistakes all over again. Need to get through to him. How?
Who's Harry?
Was that Pace? Harrison, right? Harrison
Oh,
Pace?
okay.
Harry? That's what would be my
So wait,
assumption.
who do we think this person that wrote this is?
Wallace,
Oh, so
yeah.
it would be the
The
Wagner
groundskeeper?
guy.
Yeah. So, lodge is quiet without Harry around. Good stroll with a cigar. Found more strange carvings around the property. Seen a couple wanderers passing through. Figure they use it to communicate with one another. And a tree over the elderberry bush by the bogs and then near the field are a couple of symbols. So that's these right here. New head of house started today. So Mrs. Agnes Middleton seems nice and over her head, but nice. So to do is the shrubs, weeds, and mulch. So
I just need that when you're done. I can't keep
Yeah.
up. It's too fast. Sorry.
okay. All right. I think there's something on the back.
Oh, never mind. Go
Yep,
ahead.
you're good. Sorry.
I just can't keep up with the symbols because it's going real quick right now.
Oh, you're good. So that one's the in a tree over the elderberry bush that's by the bogs.
So you said tree, elderberry bush.
Yeah, by the bogs. And then this one, it looks like a circle with a kind of like star-looking thing.
Wait, that's the beach ball one.
That's not the beach ball.
The beach ball. Yeah, the circle with the lines
That's
coming
the
out from
beach
it.
ball.
Oh, so you're saying this one?
That
the
looks
lines
like a
aren't
little
coming
like
out from
diamond,
it.
like a rounded
So a
diamond.
circle with a diamond in it.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a rounded diamond.
Where's that
So that's near the field.
at?
Introduced Mrs. Middleton to the horses. Think she liked them. Said they ain't like the ones in the city.
Who's Mrs. Middleton?
She's the
Is that Agnes?
yeah, that's Agnes. She's the new the new
So
person. That was in April of 1923. She was the new head of house. Yep.
So that's interesting because that means she's new. I mean, he died in 1923. So that's interesting.
So this is what so Antonella, so that depends on when he this note, right? So I believe
There's
you.
no date on it.
And then, right, since there's no date on it, as we get through the notes here, as things advance, I wonder if he starts learning what those mean. So, he has to make sure that he gets those flowers done that are underneath her window. What?
I missed. Go ahead. You're good. Just keep going.
Oh, this was that she liked the horses. So
that's Agnes liked the horses.
This is introduced Mrs. Middleton, Agnes,
Is that
to the horses.
14?
16th of April.
16th. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that she liked them. Said they ain't like the ones in the city. 24th of April, he draws some flowers out. Also mentions about that's the hardy geranium are Agnes's favorite. So yeah, so like Exquisite was saying that the further you look into the nature notes, the more and more it seems like he's liking Agnes.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to make sure that he gets the hardy geraniums underneath Agnes's window. 5 of May, still same year, 23. Went for a walk with Agnes and Rufus in the field. Rufus is the dog. She loved looking up at that circle with the star thing in it. So he's using a symbol now. So
she loved looking at the circle with the star symbol, thinking what?
yeah, it just says in the night sky. Even made up stories for all the constellations. Could never be that clever. I mean, I'm guessing it means like he could never be that clever.
So it doesn't mean he was showing her where the star symbol was at?
No, it just says near the field and then has a little symbol.
Okay.
So, but he's using it in this one. So he must know what he's trying to say with that symbol. So I don't know.
So anyway, you said the starry thing in the night sky, what?
She made stories up for whatever that symbol means.
Okay.
So that symbol, the original page said near the field, but now he's using it now. So in previous months, he didn't know what the symbols meant. He was just finding these carvings. So now it's saying that he went for a walk. She loved looking up at the symbol in the night sky. So whatever we just don't know what that symbol means yet. Agnes still having trouble finding her way around. This is now about a few days later, so on the 12th of May. Used some old blueprints to help her draw up her own map with all the secret places around the lodge, the secret symbols or something. Even marked a spot for our something in the trophy room where we can leave our letters to one another. Nice to have a little privacy for a change. So maybe our secret, like, hiding spot, maybe.
So maybe it's the wolf.
Maybe. Right? Yeah, you say constellations and stars, and again, that old Mallory Rock 1,000-yard PTSD stare starts. Yeah, so that's
I don't see that symbol in the trophy
right
room.
this one. Sorry, this symbol is what they're talking about.
I'm like, the star's not on the trophy room. Okay.
Nope, sorry, this symbol right here.
The half moon. Okay.
Yep, the half moon is there.
So,
Now this is that beach ball symbol. So saying that so he helped draw up a map.
Yeah, with the symbols
with all the symbols on it of all of the secret beach balls hidden around the lodge, and then also had marked a spot for our something in the trophy room where they can leave letters for one another.
So our spot.
So maybe hiding spot,
that's like
or hiding hole.
Hiding.
Yeah, secret hiding spot.
Hiding spot or something.
So.
Okay.
Fast forward to June now, so almost a month later. Harry's back seems odd. Talked about some dream he had, chased by a pack of 4 wolves. A 4-pointed star in the sky, or 4-pointed something. It's that symbol again, the circle with the diamond in it.
What context does he use that though? I'm sorry.
A 4-pointed blank in the sky.
Someone wants dinner.
I think, I think somebody wants some dinner. All right, so
fixated on that number.
Seems fixated on that number. Been going on and on about that numerology rubbish a lot lately. So
let me hold on just for a second. Or you can keep going. I'm just gonna numerology. What does the number 4 mean in numerology? Because I don't know much about numerology.
So 10 days later, Harry and Agnes ain't getting on. She got a lot to learn still, but she ain't no nitwit neither. Old bastard could stand to be nicer to her.
So the guy is not. Wait. So what date was that? Sorry.
This was 20 June. So obviously he feels that Harry or Harris or that Pace could be nicer to Agnes. Says today was a good day. Harry beginning to heal. That's 8 July. So something happened between the 20th of June and 8 July that now he's beginning to heal.
I'm seeing mushrooms. Those are poisonous.
Yeah, so it says Rufus, who's the dog, ate a yellow stainer. So the one here on the right. So this one. Let me scroll down some. So there's that symbol. Yellow stainer. All right, so Rufus ate a yellow stainer out in the something symbol. It's just the jagged peaks. Here, let me do that, and then I'll read off of this.
Thank you.
Yeah. Poor boy was sick all night, upset stomach. Dead cap would have been the end of him.
The dead cap one is deadly then.
Yeah. So picked it. Wanderers were right to mark it with that X. So the dead cap was somehow marked. There was an area marked with the circle with the X in it. So that we were saying maybe it was poison. So I'm thinking that X meant that dead cap.
Okay.
Yep.
But why would someone have used that if they knew it was a poison and they were being taught how to use this poison? That doesn't make any sense.
Right. So, 26th of July, Harry, acting like a daft old sod, accused Agnes of nicking his pen, only to find the bloody thing in his own pocket, just when I thought he was starting to change. All right. Then now he is writing to Agnes. So, my dear, this is 24 of August. My dear Agnes, you smell nice like a sweet spice, eyes like a pond, of which I am quite fond. It's you I fancy, would you care for a dancy?
Sorry.
Those won't make the blank in the trophy room. How to tell her I blank her. I'm guessing love, so that's what we were talking about before.
Why is that crossed out?
He said that won't make it to the spot, that secret spot in the
Okay.
trophy room. So I'm guessing he crossed out because he didn't like it, of how it read. So to do, read more Shakespeare.
That seems to look like a mushroom mouse. And how do I tell her I
love
her?
her.
Or love
Yeah,
her?
so that's what this symbol is right here. And then also here, they used the same symbol. Right? I know. Exactly, Antonella. Yeah, that sketch is really good. All right, so September. Picked up.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, picked up Mr. and Mrs. Havering from the station. Roger has his usual, or was his usual self, rambling on about some nonsense I didn't follow. Always good to see Mrs. Havering, though, even if she does feel the need to put on airs in front of Harry. She's always been good to me.
So wait, is the Havering the nephew that had the criminal record?
Correct. And his wife are
Okay.
there. So the nephew and the niece-in-law.
What does need to put on airs in front of Harry?
I'm guessing meaning like air your dirty laundry. Maybe.
It sounds like it reads like the opposite. It's like films need to put on like the show in front of Harry.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
Oh, is to be stuck up. Okay. Put on airs is to be stuck up.
Okay, so like okay.
So then, 3 days later, looks like walking around the grounds with Rufus. Like your nose up in the air. Okay. Old bloke ran off on me. Not like him. Followed him out to those spiky peaks that we don't know what it means. Found a skull. Wolves ain't been in these parts for centuries. Got me thinking of Harry's dream. So to do, pick up dog, food. That's got to be food, because earlier he had to pick up dog food. Clean guns, remove dead cap. It's growing back closer to the house now. So that little one symbol that we thought was food or drink, I'm pretty positive is food, because it says pick up dog food. You wouldn't say pick up dog drink.
You wouldn't put mushroom in a drink. You'd put it in a food.
Yeah.
To poison someone, I mean.
Yep. So 14th September. So Agnes landed in the soup again. Harry carrying on about some spoons she put in the wrong spot, as if he needs 3 bloody spoons to eat a meal, or as if he needs 3 bloody spoons to eat a meal. Poor girl was gutted all night about it. Ain't letting him get away with it no more.
Wait, she landed in the soup?
Meaning got in hot water or something, right? Like that she wasn't, she was in trouble, basically, right? So, it says, but it does say that ain't letting him get away with it no more. So he obviously was upset. So this could be like what Hyper Harpy was talking about.
So honestly, it really does feel like the woodsy guy is teaching the pretty lady how to use herbs and
very possible.
Like that.
So to do, fix the fence. Dogs dug out again. Read some Emily Dickinson. Private Davenport says it'll help with the poetry. So I do agree. I feel that at this point that this letter, the unsigned letter, is from Agnes.
And that's
To Wallace,
So
and that these were written by Wallace.
The 9:15 is the day before the guy died.
Yeah. And on 14th of September, so 2 days before, he said that he's not letting him get away with it anymore.
Mm-hmm. So this actually reads fun in different contexts now. So, my dearest, I've been afraid to speak to you in person for fear Captain Hastings will believe you are involved. I am in the X circle symbol.
Yeah, so I think that just means trouble. I don't think I saw that anywhere in this.
I fear they will take me away from you from my hand and what happened. I must confess to you, I am not completely innocent in last night's matter. With Mr. Pace falling ill during dinner, I fear the captain will suspect I added poison to his food, contributing to his death. You must believe when I tell you I never meant any mortal harm, just discomfort. Who is Zoe again in all of this? She's the one that contacted the detective guy. But who is she?
Yeah, Zoe is Zoe Havering. So Zoe is the niece-in-law. Right? Yeah.
It says Mr. and Mrs. Havering when they interview.
Right, yeah. So Zoe is Mrs. Havering. So that's the niece. Yeah, the niece-in-law. I didn't see anything on the back of this anywhere. Did you? Back of the check.
She knows. So she mentions Royce's accident, which is interesting, because she obviously loved someone else before this gardener guy.
Right.
Secretly training me in the ways of a lady of the house. You even marked the secret way.
Maybe that was a former husband that passed away or something.
Yeah. And after all that, I harmed your dear friend, doing it using something you taught me. I hope you can forgive me, my darling, and that you will find it in your heart to help me. Yours forever. I believe you, love. So that's him basically believing Agnes did not mean to kill the guy and was just trying to kind of basically make him sorry.
Maybe it was she's talking about that I wonder if she had like meant to use the other mushroom. The other mushroom, yeah. The what was it? The yellow something. Mm-hmm. Yellow stainer. Maybe she thought it was meant to use the yellow stainer.
Because that death cap had been growing that closer to the cabin or cottage. Maybe she mistook the two.
Yeah, very possible.
It's interesting. But I feel like someone had to give her that idea. I don't feel like she just was really just trying to make him sorry, I guess. I don't know.
So we've got that. We've got the diary as well in here from Zoe, along with the poster.
So we still have quite a bit to go through. We still have this, the check thing we did go through. Did you put that back in here?
Yes, I did.
So that's gone through. This has gone through. I feel like we might have to have a part 2 on this. We're really getting deep into this. But
yeah, I know.
We haven't solved the single code yet. Well, I guess we did.
Well, we solved some stuff, some coding and some ciphering, and also the fact that we were able to to read through the actual military history sheet.
Yeah. But we haven't used that one really difficult one that guy gave us, and we still haven't even gotten into the lock code yet, right?
Oh yeah, no, we haven't gotten into the lock code yet. Well, we haven't found anything yet.
Yeah.
So,
that's what I was thinking too. Is he may not have necessarily died from the death cap. Maybe he was in the process of dying. Yeah. And it just incapacitated him, so he couldn't fight back. That's what I was thinking too. Like, so maybe she poisoned him, but that didn't kill him.
Yeah.
It could have, but someone else beat her to it, basically.
So let's see. Let me look at the calendar real quick because it is. I'm trying to decide if we think that we're at a decent like.
I didn't know if we needed to finish these things because I feel like we're gonna come up with a code or something soon, and I feel like in another 20-30 minutes with the dog needing food and stuff like that and us eating food, I'm just worried we won't have the time without rushing it and not having fun doing it.
Correct. Yeah. So I definitely think we're gonna need another day to do this. So
unfortunately. It's fun though. I'm really enjoying this. I can't wait to read the witness list and go over stuff.
Yeah, while I pull the rest of this stuff kind of out.
Yeah.
If you just want to check real quick for next Saturday, maybe I didn't
know if you wanted to try to finish it tomorrow.
Uh,
That's kind of late notice, though. You're right.
I don't know that I can do it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay.
But the 26th we could possibly do around the same time, either 4 p.m. or 1 p.m. or
What's
something.
the 26th, babe? I need to know.
It's a Saturday.
That should be fine.
Because I think that's your normal day off of work. Yeah. So there we go.
You're gonna make me wait a whole week without touching this stuff? That's not fair.
Well, let me. I know we had a lot already.
That's okay.
But we can do that next weekend, and we can try to do this tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow will be a Sunday though, chat. So
Let us know if you guys can tune back in tomorrow.
If you guys think that you guys can do Sunday at
it's like we can just do it, 3 of us,
right? You guys can do Sunday around the same time, or possibly around like maybe even 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Then let us know there in the chat that you would be able to tune in at 1 p.m. Tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll look at Saturday the 26th as well. So. Because we want to make sure that you all get to help us finish this. Which will give everyone a good
chance to try to figure out their own version of the lockbox and get a suspect in their mind.
And the nice part, the nice part though is that
Thank you.
So normally when we do this, we make you all wait a month.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do have to wait a week, a week's not as long in comparison to having to wait a whole month. But yeah, so. Let's see. So everybody that's in chat, all right, we'll do this real quick, okay? For everyone that's in chat right now.
I think we've given you all the documents, so even though we haven't read through them here together, you guys still have access to them.
Okay. So as we go through some more of this, we'll leave this poll up for another 10 minutes as we kind of go through some stuff, some more. So we're not ending right now or anything like that. But we do have a poll up in the chat. So anyone hanging out in the chat, please vote for which one you feel is going to work best for you. Whether it be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern or Saturday the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
I feel like people may want to do it later on just because they can plan better. Because Hyper Heartbeat can't tomorrow.
Correct.
And for people who've been with us halfway through, I'd hate for them to miss out.
That's why we've got the poll up.
Sounds
this
good.
way, then everyone in chat can vote on which one or which day that is going to best work for them.
Okay.
And then we can try to go hopefully with majority of what everybody's able to do. All right. So the remaining stuff that we kind of really have out is we have a
I'm sorry, I just thought he's into numerology, right? What if he did 444?
Maybe try it.
That would be awfully easy. I would hope
try it.
Please, for the love of us holy, don't be that easy. That would just be so disappointing.
All right. So we had a rough draft of a menu, it looks like, as well, that we have.
You think that would be a rough draft of the menu for the party he was going to be hosting?
That's what I'm guessing. So there is some notes on the back, though.
Okay, thank God it's not that easy, guys.
All right.
I was hoping not, so I think that would be slightly disappointing.
So these are just some notes. It looks like maybe Z. So maybe Zoe was helping with the
I could see her being
with the helping with the preparing for that's why it's 50-50, right? Okay. But But yeah, so anybody else in chat, make sure you get that vote in. Look, there's plenty of time to get the vote in, so make sure you just get that in. Figure out take a moment to figure out look at your schedules, see what's best for you. So it looks like, yeah, so there's a mock menu of, looks like Zoe telling Agnes that she's a treasure. Bunch of different entrees and desserts. And then there are some notes on the back. Just saying that I spent all day coming up with this menu. Not that he would ever appreciate it. It doesn't matter how hard I work around here. He'll find something to complain about. He's always putting me down, insulting me, berating me. He hates me. I don't think he even knows what he did to my Royce. It just isn't right. Sometimes I wish things could go back to the way they were before. Miss those days. Which I'm guessing is Agnes.
What do you think? Could Royce have worked in the factory?
Very possible. Royce could have been could have worked in that factory that caught fire. So Zoe's saying, God knows you aren't the only one. He'd never miss an opportunity to try to put me in my place. Maybe if he was half as clever as he thinks he is, he actually could. Certainly loves an audience for his dramatic outbursts. Here I thought I was the actor in the family.
Okay, so I'm noticing something really interesting with her stuff. She's got, like, hyphen thingies on top of things. Like, the G has a hyphen, the O has a hyphen, the O has a hyphen, the D has a hyphen, so good. P has a hyphen on top of it. A, so good. P-A, E.
Oh, yeah.
A, S. P-A-E. Oh, no, P-A-C. The A and the C are both hyphenated.
It's the same up here.
Oh,
so,
nice.
At
first I thought it was French, but it's not.
Oh, and it's on the front of the menu. So there's a bunch of letters, chat, if you look. Yeah, it's definitely Zoe at the bottom, I agree. So, chat, if you look, the A, so this cocktail hour, the A is the first one that has it. There is this little marking.
At first, like, it caught my eye because in French they use that marking sometimes, or I think something Q or something, but yeah, it's not quite what that is.
So right here above this letter A, above that red dot, right, there's this little, like, it's just like a line, right? So that's all it is, right above that A. But it's also above the D, above that D. So it's above certain letters throughout the stuff. So yeah, I don't know if you got it highlighted.
I do.
Okay.
Do you want to work on this other page while I do this page? Or do we want to keep going and everyone else can solve this themselves and we can group later?
Possibly
this
group
one's
later.
Gonna be quicker than some.
Yeah, that one's pretty quick, I think. I feel like it's just gonna spell something out, maybe. Because this just says add.
T-O-T. E-A. T-O-T-E-A. H. H.
Yeah. Oh, scroll down. Yep, no worries. There you go. Hopefully, right, added. Yeah, it's document 14, so in the Discord as well. So here you go. There's the link right there for the Discord. So in the Discord as well, yeah, it is document number 14. So there you go. So yeah, so added the mushroom. So, okay.
The 2T.
So on this one, everything that's has those lines spells out added the mushroom.
That whole page?
Yep, that whole page says added the mushroom.
Can you write that on there for me?
Yep.
I'm missing one. I'm either. Oh, yep, here it is. I'm missing this letter right here. I knew I was missing something because it's not making any sense right now.
There you go.
So it's T-E-A-C-H. So teach. There we go. T-E-A-C-H. him a lesson. To
Okay.
teach him a lesson.
Okay, so added the mushroom, and then here, this first paragraph, so is it all the way through her, all the way
it's through the Miss Those Days. I'm starting with these portion.
Okay, so that is added the mushroom to teach him a lesson. So there you go.
The first word is good. G-O-O-D. P A E A. Oh, no, sorry. P-A-C-E-A. P-A-C-E-A.
Okay. So she definitely added mushroom. So I'm guessing she added the other one. Connects what Agnes said that Zoe knew that she didn't mean to kill him. Yep. In Agnes's letter to Wallace. Yep, absolutely.
Good pace, A-C-O-M-I-N. I'm missing something. Is there a letter I'm missing that I didn't get highlighted? G, good. P.
Let's see. So G.
A-C-E-E-S.
All right, so we've got G O O D. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Then
I missed an H.
E.
The he. I missed the he. Okay, so let's see. So P. So A-C-E-H.
H. What was it? P-A-E?
So it's the A and the C are together. That was easily missed the first time I looked at it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's P-A-C-E-H-A-S.
Good Pace had it coming.
Had or has?
Well,
has
it coming.
Has it coming.
Yeah. So good Pace has it coming.
Coming. No G.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, we found it. All right.
So there you go. So Pace, yeah. So this is what right here where those two dots are. So this one right here. That's even though my circle is horrible.
So that does correlate quite nicely.
But that A and the C both have lines over it on that one. That's what it was.
The that completely plays into the Z knows that I didn't intend to hurt him or harm him or kill him. So yeah, that plays very nicely.
Exactly. So yeah, it connects what Agnes said to, or that said to, what Agnes said to what's his name?
Wallace.
Yeah.
He had it coming. Chicago, I love you.
Yeah, he had it coming all along. Right,
That's
exactly.
One of the musicals I love to listen to.
Oh, is it?
Chicago, yeah. He had it coming. It was a song where they killed all the men in their lives.
Oh, nice. So said yes. All right.
He ran into my knife. 10 times.
All right.
Someone will get that.
Exquisite definitely will. Look, all right. Look, I got it. I told you all this a long time ago. I understand my place in my streaming career. All right, and that is that it's Red Panda, the puppies, and then me. All right, so like I get it. I understand. Chat's always talking about how they're trying to steal you. All right, so it's fine.
You're just nice. You share.
So okay, so we've got that. Oh. So we've got possibility, right? So like. Possibility of Agnes, maybe not intentional, but intentional.
I feel like Agnes was an oopsie, but she just made it easier for the real killer. I don't think she's the real killer. I really do. I think she oopsied and was trying to punish him. I don't think she really did.
Yeah, so maybe she really did. Not the maybe So we were. Yeah, so I agree. Like, I'm not thinking that it was Agnes or Wallace. I think she. she meant to put that yellow whatever mushroom in it, right? So.
Okay, tell me that's. Make sure. Tell me that's not the same
Oh,
guy.
Hyper Harpy's saying that it was the niece.
Hey, is that the same guy? It's not the same guy, is it?
Maybe.
He looks really similar.
Possibly. Who was this?
I was looking at this guy that Tony was laughing at, or that we were laughing at earlier.
Yeah, and then there's this guy in this photo.
It looks.
Looks very similar. Looks
Yeah.
very, very, very similar. It is possible.
Who's on the back?
That is a.
24.
Do you have the book still? Let's see.
Which book? The book?
The manual.
It's definitely not either of these two guys, right?
It says Ben's photograph. That's all it says. Just Ben's photograph. So Ben, what was that? Davenport, right?
Yeah. He was one of the military.
So, yeah, Benjamin Cheeto Davenport. So is that what it says down there? Nope. Okay. But it does say on the back, says everything is so different here that what does it say? The Thames, the
Thames. It's a.
it's not quite the mirrored water in which we used to wade and trade a Noompa brother, Othic or Otic. Is that? Wait, hold on. Where's the little one? There it is. Let's see if
Do me a favor. Is there something that is spelled Anumpa, or is there something that's spelled Apmuna?
Anumpa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he says the word mirrored, right? So I was thinking maybe it's that word, but flipped.
Yeah, in which we used to wade and trade words, meaning like they would talk.
Okay, and he says brother. So Otihc.
Oh no, mirrored.
That's what I just said.
No, you were talking about that Noompa.
Either word.
Yeah. So, but Cheeto mirrored is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's signed by Benjamin.
Okay.
Addressed to whoever the brother is. So you think it was the nephew or the niece? So the niece or the bird. See, Hyper Harpy. Look at that. All right. Right. Exactly. So it was either the niece or the birds. Okay. So there's that. So we figured that part. What?
Look, I just realized the owl has feathers coming out of the wolf. The owl spreading his
his wings all the way out across.
Feathers, get it?
Yeah.
Wolf, get it? All right.
Yep. And also that top, there's the star.
Nice.
The
So maybe that's a
star.
Pace crest or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Interesting. Shall we keep going? So this was from the brother. So he was basically on August 24th in London.
Well, so that was written from Benjamin. And written to, I'm guessing, this person right here, Cohoma Davenport. Choctaw Reservation. So
that's what I was
I'm guessing
wondering.
Cohoma is the brother.
I think this is an Indian dialect, a Native
Oh,
American
okay.
dialect. When I was
yeah.
reading these words, it made me think of code talkers from World War II.
Very possible.
It screamed code talkers, so that's very interesting now.
So then we also have this that was in the envelope, which has letterhead of J&J Thomas Construction. So what we were just talking about with the photo, let me see. Yeah, Ben's envelope. I have it all together. So this is the envelope here. So this is the brother's name in the middle. I came with a letter, the J&J Thomas Construction, and this photo. So we were talking about where it said mirrored. That's where you see here where it talks about mirrored water. And then at the bottom where it's signed, that is backwards is Cheeto. So that's the Benjamin. The J&J Construction. So, dear Mr. Harrington Pace, once again, we are inquiring in regards to the purchase of the land we surveyed on your behalf. However, all our efforts to secure a confirmation from you have proven unavailing. Our initial proposal was to acquire the site prior to your trip to America this summer, allowing for your presence at the official groundbreaking. Any further delays, and this will simply no longer be a possibility. Immediately upon receipt of this letter and after due consideration of the same, we would thank you to advise us on how you wish to proceed regarding the matter. Yours respectfully. So Wally says not to go through with it. And then there's a bunch of letters, which I have a feeling is
that difficult cipher.
That we're not, yeah, absolutely not going to be able to attempt tonight. So I'm thinking that.
So what's this land purchase all about? Is that the hunting lodge, or is that something else?
No. But I don't know exactly what it's for. However, inside of the little accordion paper, this message. Pace has his eye or his what was it? Something set on, or his sights set on your family's home. If you were talking about this being code talking, right?
So it's probably on Native American.
This is from so this is possibly from Ben, right? Because Ben was also a cryptologist, right? Yeah. And they're talking about being addressed to Harrington Pace, talking about buying land. So buying his homeland.
Yep.
Buying the reservation.
That screams motive.
So, yeah.
Wally underline. Ooh, that's fantastic. Awesome. We will revisit that next time. Because obviously that's a code we need to break together, guys.
Okay, so we want to try, excuse me, before you tell us anything what it says, because I know you used a Playfair cipher tool, probably like either Excel sheet or online tool. Give us a chance to try to solve it the hard way, by doing it like by hand, before you tell us what it says. So,
we understand if everyone else wants to use like computer like code breaking websites. We just want to stay more true to and fair to everyone.
Right.
And give everyone a chance either do it themselves, play it the hard way, or cheat themselves, but then we can come back together and regroup.
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin the surprise for everyone.
Now, would they have had that cipher tool back in 1923?
Ain't no pages or text.
But no, so we just appreciate that to be able to try to get that pulled up. So let's look at the All right, so it was split 50-50.
I feel like maybe this brother letter we should cipher.
Katie, did you vote?
I feel like we should probably cipher this one next time as well. It's the letter to the brothers. It's a brother letter. Obviously, it's Oklahoma. So I'm betting that this might be one we want to also hold off on because it's got that code language in it again. Okay. There's words that we don't recognize.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just getting tired.
So as of right now, though, I still haven't really found...
We've just got basically background, everyone. I think the suspects are going to come in when we read the witness statements.
Possibly.
Right now, we're just getting information on each of these people. Although the one thing I haven't found a lot on is Pace to decide what the code's going to be for this.
And that's why I'm thinking maybe if we read more into the statements, maybe they'll make some statements about like that he kept talking about certain numbers.
Well, I was kind of wondering if maybe Zoe's diary would give it away.
Possibly the diary.
Actually, because there's no reason for the uncle to use 112, is there?
Not that I would be aware of, right? Because that 1012 had to do with the nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the nephew's number. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
Thank you, Exquisite.
So
Roger's the nephew, right?
Yes. So Roger Havering is the nephew.
The nephew is asking his wife to help him.
Wait, where are you pulling that from?
Sorry.
What is that from? Oh, okay.
That was an accident.
Here.
I didn't mean to. Sorry.
You're okay. So we'll pull that up.
I just photocopied everything blindly. I didn't pay attention to the order. Sorry.
You're okay. So I just want to make sure I have it pulled up. That's all.
No, you're good. That was my fault. You could finish what you were doing, babe.
All right.
Really
So
I didn't mean to skip around.
No. I was just trying. I thought we were coming or up to close. So
no, we are. That's why I was saying that was me just being distractible.
Oh yeah, it's all
Sorry.
good. All right. So what Most Strange pulled up was the poster. So the Desperate Shame theater poster, Grand whatever theater in London, December 10th of 1920, which is circled for some reason rather than through to Sunday 12th of December.
Zoe Crabbe. The name Zoe Crabbe is kicking
Agnes Middleton is on there. So
I was saying Zoe Crabbe, like Zoe, like the wifey.
Yeah. So George Erickson.
Easter egg.
Yeah. So George Erickson presents Oscar Eckers, Raymond Marks, and Zoe Crabbe. And so Zoe Crabbe.
What if she hadn't been married yet?
Maybe. In 1920, possibly.
Yeah,
well, she did say she was an actress,
married,
so
right?
yeah, this is probably the so Zoe Crabbe
so
and
that
Desperate
means they
Shame.
know each other.
So Alice Boutram, yeah, so they do know each other. Yep. So Edward Goodchild, Barbara Montgomery, Agnes Middleton, Vincent Voss, Everett Stern, Jack Denver, and Hazel Pearl.
So George Erickson is a character from a different Hunt a Killer subscription we did. We don't want to give away any spoilers, so we'll just say he plays a role in Curtain Call.
Yeah. So
he's a character from the Curtain Call series.
Yes. So Curtain Call,
which is available as a 6.
Yeah, it's available as a box set now. So, but that actually kind of makes sense though, because I think that occurred around the same time frame.
So he financed, and I don't think he directed plays, but he financed them.
Yeah,
and
he did
was
do some
financially involved with a lot of plays. So that's kind of a really fun throwback. I really enjoy that.
So that is kind of a little Easter egg of if you've done a previous Hunt a Killer series.
While still not causing any major disruptions to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty good.
All right, so
I'm trying to
so the back of it is I'm gonna have to actually probably pull this up.
Yeah, it's very cursive, isn't it?
Let me look at accessibility. Where's the theater poster? Here we go.
I'm making sure to mark the things we haven't fully gone over.
So this one is for the poster. So it says, let me actually see if I can just pull this over here. All right, so it says, darling, you must help me. Uncle Harry's dead, and I'm trying to put the pieces from last night together. The bloody rozzers are everywhere. I need to get my story straight, but I don't remember everything. I was so bloody tippled. I remember storming off from our row, but nothing after. Heavens, how did we fight for nearly 2 full hours? How do we keep fighting? Antonella, probably. Absolutely, I agree.
Rozzers is a police officer. It's a British term for a police officer.
Okay.
Sorry, I was very confused.
So many times I promised you there was a sun on the horizon. I promised you I'd make my failures up to you. Uncle Harry was supposed to be the key to everything we ever wanted. My idea for the casino was aces. So how did we get here? How did I get to drinking in the parlor by myself? Why did I spend the same time talking to that bloody soldier Uncle Harry is so enamored with? I was absolutely pissed by the time I went up to Uncle Harry's room, and then all I remember was the blood. No matter what happens, please know that you will always have my immortal love. I have been holding it dearly since the night we met. Your beloved, Roger. So he's writing to Zoe.
On the back of this, and he circled it.
Yeah, but so December 10th. Yeah, that's 1920, so that's like 3 years before.
Beforehand. So
he must have just found that somewhere.
Well, he could have saved this if this was the night he met her and he fell for her or just loved her on stage or something.
Very possible.
To be determined.
Yeah.
So, but basically what we do know is Roger can't remember jack squat. So someone's convincing him he did this. or he blacked out, so he's perfect pawn to put this on. So they
Yeah.
bumped him up.
Did we see? Did we find out who found? Was there something about who found?
Not
Pace?
yet. No.
Okay.
It just was that.
So that's
he was
probably through the
discovered
witness
dead.
statements. Yeah, so it was just that he was discovered dead. So that's probably in the witness,
Yeah.
all those witness statements. Roger found him. Okay.
So that makes sense about the
so-
blood. If he doesn't remember much, the blood would have tricked him back into reality, most likely. So he
Very
may not have
possible.
been the shooter, but he just saw the blood.
He just
'Cause
remembers all the blood. That's all he
someone
remembers.
mentioned taking pillows away. Why would they have taken pillows away?
Very possible.
Yeah, in the Agnes Zoe discussion, there was some pillow
Yeah.
talk.
And then Antonella as well. So I think Exquisite voted, and I know that Hyper Harpy voted as well. So anybody else in chat, we're just looking to vote real quick whether or not you would be available tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern or on Saturday, the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern to finish out this case. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do it all in one go. We won't be able to do it all tonight. So there will be a part 2. Oh, that's okay. So just let us know. Just in chat, just say whether you feel tomorrow would be better or whether Saturday would be better. So tomorrow being Sunday or next week Saturday. Okay. Yeah, so there's soiled pillows, and the third pillow was used to kill him. So
Well, because there was 2 pillows that they took away before anything happened to them.
well, there were 2 soiled pillows.
Oh,
That's
they
what-
were termed soiled?
Yeah, that was what it was labeled as. They were soiled
Oh.
pillows. But then there was a third pillow that she doesn't know what happened to it.
That was there at some point, but someone had used, obviously, and then
Correct.
hid. Okay, yeah.
So,
It looks like Lethal Nightmares.
Lethal Nightmare as well can do both days. Okay. So,
We have 2 more votes for tomorrow.
and then Katie, what is your vote? I think Katie normally said that she does not get on Twitch on Sundays.
Okay. Sounds like a
Uh,
lot of people have stuff going on tomorrow. What's the vote thing at? Do you know?
so that was at 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah, so tomorrow is better, but she doesn't get on Sundays.
Okay. Just thinking Saturdays, people always have stuff going on too.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm thinking we're gonna have to possibly do Saturday the 26th
okay.
at 1 p.m. though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless we wouldn't. We can always try to come back and like post it throughout this week because there may be a chance for Thursday depending on what we've got going on. So we can kind of talk about it more once
Mhm.
we're off air and then put it out there in case anyone else has some thoughts.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So Antonella says also that they can do either.
we'll definitely put it in the Discord.
So it
once
looks
we
like
figure it
majority
out.
can do that Saturday the
Yeah.
26th at 1 p.m.
That'll work. Because Katie won't be around that following Saturday, is what she's
Okay.
saying. She won't be able to tune in.
Okay.
We'll have to talk about it.
So
more
it
and
looks
kind of
yeah.
see
So
what's
we'll look
going on
at
with
it
our
and seeing
schedule.
what we can do because I want to try to get as many people as we can. But it looks like
Mhm.
majority are gonna be available on that.
We didn't expect this to take this long. This is wonderful because it's a very
Possibly actually
involved,
tomorrow.
involved set. It's
Yeah.
great.
So if Katie can get on tomorrow, but not that Saturday, that tips that towards tomorrow then.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll look at what we're gonna plan on then is because I don't want to have you all just leave not knowing. So I think that
I
we're
didn't know
gonna
if we
make the
should
official.
Discord it or something.
We will Discord it
Yeah.
as well. But as of right now, it looks like we're gonna do 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. It looks like majority of you can do tomorrow. So 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, right here on Twitch. And then as well. So, and then those of you that are watching this on YouTube, there will be the part 2 will be listed in the in the description down below, and linked as well, at the end of the video. So, but so where are we at? Let's do a quick recap, right? Because I know there was a lot of information that we went through.
I was
what's
going to say thank you guys for all being here with us tonight as well.
Oh,
Everyone's
yes.
been saying thank you, and I'll keep an eye out for YouTube and all that stuff. So
We appreciate that, Katie.
I did make a mark on the pages that we didn't quite get to go into fully, so we can come back and visit them. I put a
Okay,
highlighter on
perfect.
them so we can keep
So-
straight. Yeah.
So it looks like I mean, it's such thing, right? Like we said, yes, all this stuff is in the Discord. So when you come back in tomorrow, if you have time tonight or tomorrow that you want to look through the Discord and you want to look through some documents, you are absolutely more than welcome to. You can maybe help us pick some stuff out on some things that we hadn't seen yet, but and then go through that. So we want to solve this together with you all as well. It's just a lot of fun to do, right? So we get stuck on things, and
I just love how
in
like just detailed this one is. This is
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to imagine. I mean, this would almost be the equivalent of 6 months worth, right? Like of getting little bits of information at a time, but you're getting it all at once. So it is definitely a lot of information all at one time. So unfortunately, we weren't able to find the code.
I know, we don't even know the combination yet.
I know. Unfortunately, we don't even know the combination.
And at least we're coming back tomorrow.
But exactly. We will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, to take a look at it. So, and hopefully dive in to find that combination. So you're right. There's so much to do. So right now it looks like...
I feel like it gives us everyone a chance tonight to kind of read through everything and kind of find our own guilty or not guilty, or try that really difficult cipher. That's going to probably be a tricky one.
So we definitely know that Roger was in the room. He found the body. We just
know he found the body. We don't know if he was in there when he died.
Well, right, but we know he was in the room.
True.
I'm not saying that he was in the room when he died, or
right. Well, we assumed that because of this sucker being under the bed.
Well, we just knew he had been in the room. So that helps collaborate collaborate with that. And
then there was the check on the bed, all shredded, right?
Correct.
Which also is suspicious because Roger's the forger.
Yeah, exactly. And he went up. All he knew was he went up. He was pissed off and mad.
I feel like he's the easy target. I feel like he's being set up.
He could be the easy target. Yeah. We have some motive, right? So we have motive from Roger. He was really ticked off when he went upstairs and he doesn't remember anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We also have the motive from Benjamin Davenport. The motive from Benjamin Davenport is the part about his land being bought. Him telling his brother be ready to fight, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of stuff. I mean, so that's 2 people right there that I think are on that suspect list. We haven't found a lot as far as why.
I mean, technically, Agnes had motive. He was really mean to her.
Correct. Agnes did have motive. So did was it Wellington?
The gardener guy, because he loved Alice. Yeah.
So he had motive, but the only one I haven't really found motive for is as of right now anyway, is Claude Bailey. I mean, I guess you could tie it to the fact that he feels that respect has to be earned rather than just straight up given.
I don't understand Bailey's association with this guy.
Bailey was assigned to be the attaché for Davenport.
Oh, okay.
So that's why Bailey is with Davenport.
Okay.
He was assigned to be the attaché.
So he's got a distant connection to the victim, technically.
I mean, he's probably, out of all of them, he's the one least connected as of right now, least connected to this whole thing. Mm-hmm. And is more leaning towards that just happened to be in a wrong place at a wrong time type deal. Mm-hmm. But at the same time,
we can rule out based on
if you really wanted to stretch, you could say, he had this problem with authority. He had a problem with people, expecting respect when there wasn't respect returned, which Pace definitely fits the picture and the bill for that.
So he could have been triggered from the night's events.
He absolutely
PTSD or what
he
they
could have been triggered
then.
from that and decided that this is somebody that he could do something about.
We can't rule out anyone based on motive.
Yeah, exactly. But but I don't really see the motive like that's a stretch motive, right? So, but I don't see there's nothing pointing that at this point that Pace was had any kind of specific stuff. So I'm leaning towards that Pace is a little bit further away from it, but I haven't seen any kind of evidence from anything else yet.
Now
again, though, we still got to go through those witness statements, which are a lot of information.
Yeah.
So I would.
I do feel like we're gonna at least read through those once off screen so we can pick out the nitpicks.
I agree. So I would ask that those of you that are gonna come back tomorrow,
read through those.
if you have the chance, hop in the Discord, read those witness statements. Read over them. We're gonna, I think, read over them as well, rather than trying to read word for word on screen.
Summarize them like what Hyper did.
Yeah, we'll summarize some of it, and then come back with that tomorrow. The that could give us some more information there.
Definitely.
Hopefully give us some more clues. I definitely feel...
I agree.
Yeah, the good kind of homework, right? So I'm giving y'all homework, all right?
I was clarifying at 1 tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yes, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So there we go.
Basically, very quickly.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, part of me,
That's
still...
going to cause that whole tirade coming down.
There we go.
You're messing with the system, baby.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with the system. I'm sorry. It was
Slightly
my one last
overthinking.
ditch. My one last ditch, thought and effort on
There is no way we're popping the thing open.
to try to find
I'm
the
starving
code,
and
okay?
I'm tired.
To see if
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
there was something.
Please don't. I don't. I hate you.
Why is there string?
To hang it up, maybe? Seriously, I'm begging you so that we don't end up on a cliffhanger.
I'm not gonna ruin it. Don't worry. Okay, there's just a string in there, so yeah, that must be to hang it up, maybe. Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Well, it's not enough string to strangle someone with.
Right.
It's not really a lot of string to be.
Yeah, it is wide enough,
with.
I guess, to do that. Yeah, to hang it up.
Yeah, you think he's teasing, but he legitly just really wants to get this opened. But I'm so tired, so hungry. My dog's been barking for 2 hours now.
Okay, sorry. It was my one last ditch effort to see if we found the code.
And you yelled at me for 2 minutes ago for doing the same freaking mole hole. We're so similar. It's ridiculous. Guys. I'm sorry.
All right. Okay, guys.
We love you guys
for real
so
though.
much. We can't see you tomorrow.
Absolutely love you all. This has been an absolute blast again to do this. We will go through. I think we're gonna probably read those witness statements at some point, as well as the other long long document. Okay, is document 12A.
Zoe's massive diary.
Yeah, I almost thought you said massive diarrhea at first. I'm not gonna lie. Massive diary. Okay. So there's a lot with this. I copied and pasted the the diary translation is in the Discord as well. So that is item 12C. So if you have trouble reading the cursive from the diary, then
just so you guys know, we haven't read through that though. There could be a spoiler potentially in there. We don't know.
There could be some kind of spoiler in a way in that translation, just as a heads up. Occasionally that may happen. But yeah, so that's what I think that's where we're good. That's where we're gonna pick up at tomorrow. I think we're gonna start off with the witness statements first thing in part 2, which will be tomorrow. So we'll do that witness statements. That can lead
remaining documents that we haven't done yet.
Yes. What were the remaining documents?
So we had this letter to a Cohomo, which is the brother.
So
we have a military invite with some scribble on 2 sides, and I think that was the majority of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and the diary and the witness statements.
So I think starting with witness statements tomorrow, and then getting into the invite along with the letter home. I think that's going to be a really good place to start tomorrow. So thank you all for coming in and hanging out. Again, those of you that are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe. Those of you that are hanging out with us right now, if you haven't seen us on YouTube, there's the link in the chat right there. Go check out the YouTube, along with all of our other socials right there as well. Those will also all be linked down below in the description of the YouTube video. So make sure you all have an absolute fantastic night. Have a fantastic weekend if we don't see you tomorrow. We'll see you guys in part 2.
Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We look forward to finishing this out.
Absolutely. All right. Stay safe, and above all else, stay strong.